is it something I did? Still I wonder, cause it isn't too clear. I don't want no trouble, tired of the lies. You found yourself another, heart as cold as ice. I'm trying to recover, do you even realize? I'm thinking everything you
to Popology Weekly number 26. I am your host with the most. Actually, Emil Plane's the host of this tournament, but I'm Red Laserbeam, former top 25 player, here to help call the shots.
It's still not on.
I was literally just told by Emil Plane, assume mics are live in 5 seconds, so I'm assuming the mics are live. You are live.
I do not hear it on stream. Am I hear it on stream? Oh, there we go. Okay, we're good. Alright, let's try that again, shall we?
Okay. Welcome to... I guess nobody heard me the last time. Welcome to Popology Weekly number 26. I'm Red Laserbeam, former top 25 player, alongside Plant...
And I'm Plant Terror.
Plant Terror, okay.
Plant Terror. Local absolute nobody who should be in ZOMG Superdome right now, but I'm in Hall of Masters because of League's moment. Anyways, today we have a rather normal tournament. We've got a standard rule set. Up on the roof is the newly map, and it is banned. You are not allowed to pick that map because it's way too stally.
Yeah, it's probably probably for the better, because like people were whining about poor match quality with the new map. So
yeah,
it's kind of what it's all about.
Very easy. It's very easy to stall on the map. I don't think there's many, like... I think there's, like, a way to do it with Heli, in theory, but, like, I don't think anyone's gonna try.
So... Anyways,
We're just kinda waiting for everyone to get in. We have no people in the matches VC just yet.
We have a pool of
so I guess we
10
can
people
talk about more
ready
things.
to go here. Yeah.
We got a few people?
So, standard rule set.
Alright.
No bot factory.
I guess we can like plug the other things. There's a map design survey going on in the news, and we have, if you're in Popology, go join the extra Discord, and you can help design a map that hopefully will be good.
I feel like I feel like what's going to happen is that half this community wants a map that just consists of a straight line.
I mean, there is blondes, but in battles too. So I think someone already like made that. I'm not sure if they posted it to Reddit yet, but someone has done that, I think.
Although I heard people complaining in a Twitch chat that P Cove was a bad map, and I don't understand the idea behind arguing that Pirate Cove is a bad map. It is inherently a good map with good map design that leads to fun gameplay.
I think the problem with it is that it's very restrictive on what tower loadouts you can run on it, but it is a very competitive map.
Right. I think there's been enough nerfs to attack mortar, though, that I think the meta has opened up sufficiently on that map. So even that argument is
last
mitigated.
Update, didn't you realize?
Well, I'm talking about over the past year, right? P Cove used to be strict attack mortar farm meta. And it
Yeah,
is no
TAC
longer
is
strict
still
TAC mortar
pretty
farm meta
strong.
because TAC is like TAC's okay, but you know the thing is they buffed Dart so much that Dart is overwhelmingly like a better early game tower now. So
Mm,
like
I
yeah.
suppose.
Like I can like sure I can play TAC Wiz farm, but I'm kind of putting myself at a slight like just inherent slight disadvantage against somebody that's playing like Dart mortar farm on about half of these maps.
I haven't seen a
Let's,
dart on this map, not gonna lie.
so. But yeah, we're just waiting for matches to get set.
We're still
Um,
waiting, huh? We have
yeah,
a
we're
few
still
people that are coming in, but it looks like
still waiting here.
we have to talk a
All right.
little bit longer.
Yep. Hey, just heads up, plant. Don't talk over me when I'm yelling at the balloons and stuff. So, if anything exciting happens,
fine.
right? So yeah, okay.
I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk.
But yeah, we're still waiting on. I guess can we pull up the bracket again? I wanna take some pot shots here at who's gonna win this thing. There's the tournament bracket. It's a picture of Striker Jones. And okay, I guess the image isn't showing up.
Looks like Striker Jones is gonna win this tournament.
Okay.
There we go.
Yep. So
Alright.
we got
We've got
we
a
got
few new faces.
yeah.
We do have a couple
Oh, we got some
of
matches showing up
returnings.
here.
Yeah, we got minimum. I think Foxy has participated in a tournament like once before. Anyar is gonna be pretty competitive, I think.
So Super Tiger is setting up. That's a round 2 match between Super Tiger and NVG. We also have to consider Anyar versus Foxy Ops, the Fox. I needed that clarification there that he was a fox, otherwise we wouldn't have known. People lining up in the
Noteworthy.
matches VC again. We're waiting to see
Alright.
those matches get started.
Yeah.
We'll keep you posted too
Looks
on
like
when the
they're
round
both in
1
the
match.
selection screen.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Don't talk over me, okay?
Sorry.
And yeah, we'll just also we got those round 1 matches to sort out. We got Terami versus Quasil, Minimum versus Juggernaut.
The
That was
first
pretty
map is
interesting.
always
Go on.
going. The first map is always going to be Star, and looks like we already have our first match.
Yeah, here we go. This is
And-
NVG on the right, Super Tiger on the left. Again, standard rule set right here. First thing that stands out to me, Plant Terror, is the use of the Dart Monkey as the starting tower here. What do you expect to see here? Maybe
I
Dark Blue
don't
Village
think that's
versus Dark Blue Farm?
I don't think that's very controversial. Dart Monkey, Triple Darts has always been known to be pretty strong as an early game anti-stall. What is interesting to me is the Smudge Cat Azealia on the right side.
That's
Despite
Dark
the
Blue Village
Dart
on the right,
anti-stall
yeah.
position. Despite the Dart anti-stall position,
Actually,
we have
yeah.
Smudge Cat Azealia.
Wait a minute. Yeah, you bring up a good point there, dude. They both could be playing like Dart Farm something. Now I am something that does surprise me, Plant. There is we had the crossbow buff, and I don't see crossbow tech being utilized here. Because I'll tell you that I experimented in a
There
couple
it
of
is.
matches, and I really like just rushing crossbow and building ETN, because that's good defense up until I'm pretty sure that defends spaced whites. I want to say that defends spaced whites.
It definitely defends spaced whites. I was thinking more like spaced purples or spaced zebras where it starts to struggle because of the speed.
Right. Yeah, both players are pretty hellbent here on the anti-stall
But I
config
think-
here, so but NVG is grouped ecoing, which suggests that he's playing an eco setup again with Smudge Cat. Dark Blue Village, I think, makes a lot of sense here.
with an eco strategy, they shouldn't really be anti-stalling at the moment.
Yeah, I
Also,
don't
that
know if
crossbow
NVG
has
understands. I don't know if he understands how round timers work. Because you know, by not making an effort to stall the game himself, right? I mean, he could be costing himself up to 2 seconds per round of stall. Which is yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you can see that the Pierce cross path is kind of hurting him a little bit. I think he should be fine. I think Super Tiger should be mostly fine. Oh, there's a little bit of leaks.
Ooh,
on
look at
yellows.
this! A boost from Super Tiger. He got a little scared at from those yellows. Bit of a waste to be honest. He boosted to just save probably about 10 lives there.
It is the Pierce cross path though, so it's definitely a little weird, especially since it did just get Pierce buffed.
NVG coming back with some more yellows, and ETN3 coming out, so Super Tiger does have that on hand. He's not going to have it on hand
We
for
have
round
glue.
9. But
We
if
do have
NVG
glue
decides
on
to
MVG
pressure...
side.
If NVG decides to pressure, right, he has to make sure that he builds up his essential defense for round 11. And Super Tiger does have quite a bit of farms up. He's got 3 times 200 farms, and about 600-something eco here. Setting up triple dart config right here. 203 plus 230 plus 320 darts. Now round 11 incoming soon. NVG
likely...
missing mandatory defense right now.
It's likely that MVG is not going to be rushing.
Here's a rush from Super Tiger.
Oh,
We got a couple of
yeah.
zebras, purples on top. Gonna force the glue gunner, the X3X glue gunner, but NVG still needs to get the village up.
Indeed, it is Dart Glue Village.
He doesn't have camo yet on that village.
Very interesting.
Super Tiger gonna check with camo
There's the
purples.
force.
They're still flying through. Not enough of a check though. NVG's gonna survive the group purples despite not getting the camo upgrade on his village. He still doesn't have the camo upgrade on his village. NVG severely miscalculated the amount of money he needed to get camo village, I think, or maybe he's just floating at this point. But either way, I mean, he still does not have camo village.
With the Edian Scout, he knows that he can just get up the camo village, so it's probably not worth it to test.
Oh, dude, I'm stupid. I didn't.
He
I
has
wasn't even looking
2k
at
on
that
his
number.
inventory. He has 2k on his cash, so he could definitely get it if it gets choked. So it's not
Gotcha.
really.
So Super Tiger playing with
I'm really
about
gonna-
1200 equivalent eco now that he's got double plant plus a 200 farm here at round 14. Lots of liquidity, but do you think he'll actually rush with that liquidity?
It's definitely possible. I think like a big ceramic rush right now would do wonders, but we're obviously not on round. Actually, it is round 16 coming up, and all ceramic rush could cause a bit of trouble.
Right.
But I don't think it's gonna be going for it.
I think the big thing here is just, you know, what can NVG do with Smudge Totem, right? You know, I'd be a bit concerned about NVG's liquidity, but he does have access to Smudge Totem, so I feel like if he gets like Double Jug and Smudge Totem, right, he could just outright delete a rush and not even have to burn boost doing it.
And you have Smudge Hex too, which can hit 3 BADs. So if this game goes pretty late, then I assume that the eco player here is gonna have the advantage.
Yeah, so my big concern here is Super Tiger. Obviously, he's done a great job of building up farms and eco. He's in a great income position. I just don't know if he's going to have a way of breaking through. Here's the first pressure from Super Tiger. Quite a few sets of regen rainbows going into the Grow Blocker Village. That dart still staying at 3xx, though. He needs to upgrade into a Juggernaut, maybe, trying to test to see if that Glue Gunner can pop down those balloons. Now he does get the Juggernaut and pops it down safely. That rush deleted, and NVG stays in the game. Strong position, I think, too, for NVG, just because he was able to do a lot of pink ecoing there between rounds 13 and 16.
Indeed. There's the Fortified Moab, which you can just get a Sharpshooter for. Oh, stops the eco.
Yeah, there's the Sharpshooter.
And we're back
Stops
to
his eco.
ecoing.
Yeah, he'll be good here. He'll be good here, because Smudge will also help with the Moab damage. And then... Oh, it's a little tight. The Glue Gunner helps, though.
Yeah, he is completely fine. So we seem to
But you
have a
can
lot
see-
more pressure being applied from Super Tiger's side, but is it going to be enough? Oh,
Look at
we
this,
have
look
an
at this, look at this.
actual
Big
coming
rush from
out.
NVG. 2 F Moabs are run underneath. Super Tiger going to boost and get a sharpshooter underneath. Lots of purples too for NVG. He's packing on the pressure. Those two Moabs still need to get popped. The Juggernauts on boost going to clean up the Epsarams onto round 20. Super Tiger going to triple plant in time for round 20.
It's too bad because the sharpshooter recently got buffed to Ricochet, so now it does pretty well against an F Moab combined with some things underneath.
And I don't think NVG got the value that he wanted out of that plant. Because Super Tiger was still able to triple plant, and now he's got now NVG has to deal with an FBFB on his side of the screen. He's got Moab glue up, gets another sharpshooter up. I think if he gets a third sharpshooter up, he should be able to defend this, possibly with the use of the smudge totem. We'll see. No, he doesn't need totem. Look at this.
Yeah.
Uses it anyways to be safe.
Sharpshooters. The bottom dart right now is really good.
Super Tiger's still biding his time, and he's doing a lot.
Is that an... Yeah, that's a 023 marketplace. That's interesting. I think they basically have the same...
Tight lights to check on NVG once again. That's 2 sets, and one of them being regen. He's going to force Glue Storm out. And NVG going to defend that just fine on the micro check.
Oh, is it now more efficient?
Super Tiger trying again. Look at this. 120 regen leads headed his way. Growbacher Village plus the Juggernauts plus the Goo Gunner. Taking care of it just fine. Oh, Super Monkey Fan Club gets activated here from NVG. That ability is going to be on cooldown. NVG going to have to worry about microing that in case of a big round 25. Super Tiger getting ready for round 25. I want to point out, Plant, that Super Tiger did a lot of eco right here, but by ecoing the bunch, he does not have a chance at the round 24 Monkey Wall Street. I think at this point, you might try and plan around maybe getting... I don't know. There's still a way that he can bolster his income if he gets something before round 26. It just depends, though.
This got lost a little bit, but he did use a totem there. I saw his lives go down. So there is definitely he is definitely in a weakened state after that tight rush. But
more pressure from Super Tiger. One single set of tight Moabs. Glue Gunner's going to take advantage of this right here. I think it's pretty tight, but you see the Cerams help clean that up.
We're fine. Yeah.
So
this might be an NVG win.
Yeah, this is something I'm really nervous about here, Plant. So if you get a Monkey Wall Street before the end of round 24, that Monkey Wall Street is worth about 2,400 eco from the time you get it until round 30. But Super Tiger here, without a tier 5 farm, he's missing out on quite a bit of eco. His effective income right now is probably about half of where it should be. Maybe somewhere between half to 60% of where it should be if he had a better farm flowchart.
Indeed, round 24 is probably like the best time to get Wall Street because of the long round.
Pressure from NVG. Super Tiger went for the Monkey Wall Street, and now he's getting pressured with a DDT and some tight F Moabs. Now Glue Gunner upgraded to XX4, trying to get rid of that DDT. He does get the micro just in time. Also had a 240 glue deployed as well, shutting down the DDT pressure.
He didn't need to Glue Storm there. But there's a BFB counter rush.
The tight BFB's headed NVG's way. Now he needs to think about how to value defend this. He has Super Monkey Fan Club on the board if he needs to right here, and it's only one set, so NVG definitely has a chance here to value defend right here. Now Drain is starting to become a factor.
There's also
Super Monkey Fan Club being deployed, but that duration is going to run out in a few seconds here. No Glue Storm though from NVG. He can still deploy it if necessary. Smudge Totem.
There's a totem.
Now round 29. And I tell you what, I think Super Tiger went from position.
This is definitely getting...
Like I feel like Super Tiger's in a decent position. Now, he has good income right now, but the big concern is that because he missed that Monkey Wall Street at the end of round 24 Plant, that he doesn't have a lot of raw money that he's holding on to. I mean, just look at how little cash he has right now.
Yes, he has to spend it a lot on central markets.
I think he's going for 5XX farm. Yeah, I think he's committed at this point, Plant. He wants to save up for the 5XX farm and then rush. So we're looking at maybe a round 32, round 33 rush angle here from Super Tiger, just based on how he's building up farms. He's going to spam another one of these bottom path farms, which is kind of surprising here. Huge cash injection. He can sell soon into the central market. Actually, he's
Round
going to abort the
30.
central market, go for an F-Bad. Single F-Bad headed NVG's way on round 30. First big rush to kill in this part of the game right here. Now, Super Tiger going to sell more farms, affording a second F-Bad.
Plasma Fan Club defends that, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, they sent 3. I'm pretty
Here
sure
we go.
Plasma Fan
Here
Club.
comes the Plasma Monkey Fan Club. And also, these F-Bats were sent on round 30 as well, so they're not going to have as much beef to them in terms of HP. Final T5 farm being sold by Super Tiger in favor of a 4th F-Bat. NVG to defend 3 F-Bats. The first one already popped into FBFBs. Plasma Monkey Fan Club tearing apart the first F-Bat. Now onto the second one. Second one shredded on NVG's screen. I can't tell if he has XX5 glue. No XX5 glue just yet. DDTs are going to start flying across the screen. Needs to micro the glue storm to have a chance. It's going to be a choke. It's going to be a choke. It's going to be a choke. Oh no!
Yikes!
Super Tiger sent a rush, which could have been defended. NVG did not get XX5 glue on his screen, and the DDTs on the second F-Bad slip through. Super Tiger takes a 1-0 lead.
Oof. I felt like that game was definitely in NVG's hands, but that is very unfortunate.
That is, that's a rough way to lose one. I definitely had NVG penned as getting the defense there and going up 1-0, but you always got to make sure that you get your upgrades, your essential upgrades. And I think, the concern that I had there, Plant, that whole time was again that, NVG might have been just slightly too drained. I don't think he was too drained, but I think he just had mental lapse.
I can't remember if they sold their Monkey Towns that they had put up earlier in the game over in the top right, but if they did, then they could have easily afforded super glue from that. But it might be that they sold it. I can't remember. I'll have to look back.
So we're kicking off Popology Weekly 26 with a choke job on the spaced F-Bad defense. Now we're just waiting for the next match to come up here. Super Tiger is setting up game 2 with NVG, and I imagine that we will get some footage of that soon.
I'll just be in the chat real quick because apparently people still don't know me, and I think that's fair. I'm a nobody. I shouldn't be here, but I am. I am the comic relief, as you know.
Once again, still waiting for another match here to show up here. So again, we don't know if that match is started yet, but
it'll be a little bit. And just to reiterate again, I'm Plant Terror. This is Red Laser BM. I forgot that nicknames exist. Lol.
All right.
Do I have to keep sending my name in chat every time I have to? Okay.
Probably.
I'm a nobody. Don't worry about it, Page Flipper.
Once again, still waiting for word on any match to occur here. I
am the voice of the I'm the voice of the rest of the people who aren't in HOM, basically. Still learning the game. I joined last week's tournament and got my ass handed to me. I went 0-2. I don't know if I think you saw the first game where I just choked by not buying an ice shards, and then the second game you didn't see it, but like I was running Churchill and oh, there we go.
There we go.
We got Yeet Boy. And
so this is Yeet Boy versus Juggernaut.
Yeet Boy and Juggernaut. Juggernaut. Let's see here. Has Juggernaut played in a league before? In a tournament before?
This is his first
No,
appearance.
this is a newcomer.
Yep.
Well, good luck to the newcomer. They're going up against a relatively good player.
I don't know, man. This community likes to make fun of Yeet Boy for choking a lot. So we got Yeetbot versus Jug, in a best of 3 series. Sorry, Yeet Boy. You won't be beating the allegations here, so I just had to put a little riz to the name, I guess.
It doesn't matter. They can't hear it. They can't hear you right now. They're not allowed to watch the stream. Go crazy.
Well, I'm pretty sure the chat already lambasted me for trying to dap myself up after I'm only a former top 25. Oh, man. Yeet Boy versus Jug, and we're dart starting here to start off this game. I think we're going to see a lot of that during this tournament here, Plant.
Looks like a mirror match. Leading up to a bit of a mirror match, potentially. Both players are going for the crossbow straight up.
Yeah, this crossbow. This is the tech that I was waiting to see is crossbow rush, and it's really just all about just how much you eco, right? Because you can build up your ETN, you get your dart, right? And if you slow up your eco, you get the crossbow earlier, but you have less income to work with, right? So it just depends on how much you want to push that
Bloom boosting
issue.
against it though.
I'm not sure about this decision right here.
Didn't seem to do anything.
Yeah, this was a really good decision from Yeetbot to Yeet Boy. Sorry, to hold the boost. Keep the dart now on last. He actually switched the targeting. He's going to need to get a Pierce upgrade, though. Or sorry, not a Pierce upgrade. Faster firing upgrade, I think, to keep up with
They have faster firing already.
Oh, okay, I understand. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Red headband.
Doesn't look like we're going to have a mirror, though, because Jug was grouped ecoing there during that round 3. So, oh no, look at this. He's going to get a farm.
The grouped eco is very interesting. Because normally you want to invest your money into farms and just space eco. Yeah, so
I tested these flowcharts in the simulator prior to the group blue eco buff, and generally speaking, yeah, you do not want to be hitting group blues. But again, they did buff group blue efficiency after I ran that test. I still want to think that group blue eco is not a good idea with farms, but we'll see how it manifests over the course of this match. I'm thinking what Jug's going to try and do is he's still going to try and hit 3 times 200 farms by the time we get to round 9, as Yeet Boy is going to try for, but hopefully have more eco in the process. Yeet Boy might try and counter by trying to get a plantation instead of going 3 by 200 farms.
Jug got a second farm before 200. That's interesting. Is that... Because the base farm is much less efficient than the upgrades, but 200...
Sometimes you do that to... it's something about scuffing the payments. It's a little difficult to explain.
Extra banana. Oh, okay. There is an extra banana given... just before you place. Oh, at the end of the round, yeah. Okay, fair enough. And we got a bit of a farm lead from Jug. It might be that blue eco. I didn't expect the blue eco
Actually,
to do that much,
it's not the blue eco. It's the fact that Yeet Boy went for black eco while Jug went for white eco. So Yeet Boy actually probably has an eco advantage over Jug now. Yellow's coming in Yeet Boy's way. He's going to ETN 3 and get a 3xx start, trying to hold the boost. Going to leak down about 100 lives while doing it. I think it's good value, though. Only down to 114 lives, actually. So pretty good value that Yeet Boy gets out of this. With the rush, he should be able to
down
option
to 1 boost.
There he goes. Gets the third 200 farm. And now we have both players rushing zebras. Yeet Boy receiving regen zebras. Jug getting regular zebras. A lot of zebras headed Yeet Boy's way. That's Jug's last boost. Yeet Boy trying to respond again, holding the boost. This one he's got to hold because round 11 is dangerous. No Juggernaut from Yeet Boy as he continues to leak down lives. Now down to 48 lives. He could die right here if he's not careful. And he is down. He is down. Yeet Boy refused to buy the Juggernaut and throws the game. He threw the game away by refusing to buy an upgrade that would have definitely allowed him to live. I mean, Plant, there are so many regen zebras that were sent Yeet Boy's way that I would not blame him for just selling a farm and even slightly over-defending.
Oasis is definitely a map where the regen zebras can cause a lot of issues because of the top area of the map.
Yep.
You can regen farm a lot with the top part of the map.
Yeah, so
And yeah, just
I'll tell you
buying a
what.
triple dart is not enough.
Start of round 9, I definitely had Yeet Boy pinned to win this game, and I just kind of I just watched a horrible choke job. Let's see if Yeet Boy can come back, however, and force game 3, Jug up 1-0 after some play, which admittedly was aggressive, but it did get him the win. Mal, welcome to the chat. Yes, Yeet Boy
Yeet
was
Boy has
downed.
lost the first one.
So the way that Eat Boy lost was that he refused to buy defense when Jug was overly aggressive and sent a million regen zebras to Eat Boy's way. Eat Boy held boost, which probably I feel like that's at least somewhat wise, honestly, round 9, holding boost, but he did not buy essential defense.
Forcing the times up map on
This will be interesting right here.
forcing the times up map.
I'm unsure about Yeet Boy picking this kind of map because I think Juggernaut. I think the approach he's going to take, Plant, is I think he's just going to go for like a big choke rush, honestly, and just try and go up 2-0 and just move on in the next round. So, Meal Plane, we do need an update on the interface. Juggernaut is up 1-0 on Yeet Boy. Heading to game 2, it's on times up. Very interesting map right here, and a very interesting setup here. Plant. We see Tack Ice Farm. Do you like the setup? Yes or no?
Well, I love to see Fate Weaver on this map because of most heroes kind of require you to place them around the middle, and Fate Weaver's level 7 can end up speeding up a lot of the track. So Fate Weaver would not be a bad decision, but it's kind of hard to get her up early since the nerf. As for Tack Ice, is going to be very interesting to decamo everything. That's for sure. Because you have to rely on a very expensive embrittlement.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see exactly how Yeet Boy is gonna manage this. Down to 128 lives, Jug down to 148 lives. Neither player here is gonna leak too much, however. I don't think in this first part of the game. So Jake says TFI is meta.
I do not doubt the ability to pull it off, but it's definitely an interesting strategy.
I just wonder exactly what's because for round 11 you could probably do something like I don't know, maybe you could do like Ice Shards Arctic Wind, but I mean you still got to get your Ember at round 12.
Yeah, Ice Shards is probably the way to go because then you could just get Embrittlement for round 12.
Just Shards, no A-Win? Huh. That seems like I'm not gonna lie, that seems like the most picket fence defense in Bloons history, dude.
I can't remember if Blade Pops
Okay.
Blade Pops frozen in this game. It probably does. Let me double check.
Blade Shooter does not pop frozen balloons.
No, so he needs hot shots and ring of. So he needs hot
not
shots
necessarily.
And ring of fire,
Fedora. So
yeah, true. Ice Shards, Fedora.
You only
will
need
proc the Ice
one
Shards,
tower
true.
to proc the shards. So that's the key. And that one tower is Fedora. You just want. Oh, look at this! Jug's in trouble. Jug's in trouble. Late to the Blade Shooter, and he's going to leak down to 83 lives. Late ETN 3 deployed. He's going to be okay. He took the farming lead in that process, but lost lives.
Yeah, there's the oops.
Okay.
Round 7, 0-0-0 ice.
It's interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah. These group blacks are gonna. These space blacks might compel trickle leaks on Yeet Boy's side.
No, with a bit of leaks, it can hold. This map is kind of wonky in that.
Oh, the yellow's coming
blues
Jug's way, and they're
to-
boosted. Jug boosted. Sorry, no boost from Yeet Boy. So Jug panic boosts to protect
Instant
himself
power
against
boost.
layered blacks and yellows.
Yeah. Jug is definitely in a position where he can... Because you gotta remember, this map is kind of weird in that sometimes, depending on the position of the balloon, it can just leave the track immediately and cost you some lives.
Yep.
So Jug has to
There's
take
some
every life
yellows right
seriously
here.
at this
Jug's gonna
point.
fire back Yeet Boy's way. The OO attack is gonna hold resilient enough for
A
for
bit of
Yeet Boy.
purples are going to block Fedora,
And
but
now
it doesn't
lots
look
of
like
zebras
that's
headed
gonna
Yeet
do
Boy's way,
much.
just like last time. They're regen zebras again. Yeet Boy not getting mandatory defense just yet. Lot of regen, still a lot of regen. Oh, Yeet Boy needs to deploy Fedora 3, but he deployed it without Jug having boosted. Now boosted, Group Black's headed Jug's
Going
way. He only
for-
has a blade shooter on screen. Now upgraded to a 3XX tack. Somehow defends it. Sniper on screen. Jug off boost for round 11. Round 11. And a boost headed Yeet Boy's way. Boost the ice shards against the zebras and the purples. Absolutely obliterates the rush. Now Yeet Boy coming back with grouped whites. Headed Jug's way. This is to win the game. Can he get the Ring of Fire? He does get the Ring of Fire, but no camo. Yeet Boy rushing camo purples. Can the sniper defend? Can the sniper defend? It's going to be close. It's picking away at those balloons. It is going to defend just barely. Jug's still in it. Yeet Boy, though, he doesn't have an Emperor on his screen. Where's the camo defense? Can Jug fire back and win the game? He only has the
But he
Ring of
can't
Fire
because he has
and
no
the Sniper on his
farms.
screen. Here it is! Suicide Rush! It's not a Suicide Rush. Emperor on Yeet Boy's screen. Boosting to defend. No boost, sorry.
Little bit of leaks,
Still
but it's
alive.
over.
Round 14, Yeet Boy with a nice farming injection right here. 3 times 200 farms. Gonna get a late plan as well. Juggernaut with only 1 times 200 farm on his screen. Tack Sniper farm versus Tack Ice farm. Who can get the win? A lot of rushing right here, but I think it's finally gonna calm down here, Plant.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like Jug's in a very good position at all because they are very much down on farms. And Ring of Fire plus I don't think that's a semi-auto yet.
Yeah, it's it's a
Yeah.
I think it is a semi-auto,
that
but
Jug is still No, it fires
I
too
think-
slow to be semi-auto.
I think Jug had to. I think he had to all out there. I was really surprised that he did not go for a suicide all out. Because Yeet Boy, I mean Yeet Boy would have had to sell into Embrit, right? And if Jug rushes correctly, I mean,
There was Yeah, so there was
yeah, he could have ended the game round 12.
Okay.
I just Yeet Boy did. There was a huge period of time where Yeet Boy did not have Embrit on his screen, and Jug did not exploit that
Alright,
properly.
New question. Does Fedora level 3 see camo? Doesn't look like it.
Now a Moab headed Yeet Boy's
'Cause I
way. 2 Moabs, in
Because
fact.
they did boost?
No boost from Yeet Boy.
Level
Jug tried
3?
to boost to force a response, but the Embrit, it makes that 203 tack overpowered, Plant. Embrit plus Arctic Wind really hard to rush into, especially when you have that tack there really
Yes.
helping with the Moab DPS. Yeet Boy firing back. It's an F
the-
Moab. A boost from Jug.
Full auto.
No Fedora sacrifice from Yeet Boy yet, but he got the boost out from Jug. He can set up for a round 19 rush here if he really wants to go for that option. However, he does have to be cognizant of Jug having the full auto on his screen, plus the threaten to Maelstrom. And he
Jug-
can Maelstrom camo balloons too if he wants to. Yeet Boy aborting the idea of a re-rush, going back to Group Yellow Eco for the time being.
Despite that, Jug is building up a farm despite being at risk of a rerush. That looks like it's gonna be
Well,
a
he's
bank
not
too.
he's not going to get re-rushed.
That
I just don't
feels-
think. Yeah. I just
That
don't think
felt like
Yeet
it
Boy
was
can get
gonna be
value.
very easily punishable.
Because I think.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
there's the
thing is-
bank. There's the
There's
bank.
the
on
bank right
Jug's
there
end.
to try and get back into this game. But Jug is going to have, he's not going to have a lot of liquidity for rounds 20 through, 23 or 24 or something like that. And I think that's going to create a prime rushing opportunity for Yeet Boy right here, as now these balloon sends are getting more powerful. BFBs available. And at this point, we're just holding our breath, waiting for the big rush to happen.
He's hovering.
Now an
it.
IMF from Jug.
thinking
Now
about
we know
it.
Jug's intentions. He wants to rush, and he wants to rush big. Can Yeet Boy
There,
survive the
ooh.
oncoming onslaught? He's going to fire first. Here comes his UMG headed Jug's way. The first action.
Yeah, so it looks
Once
like they're
again.
gonna get up a main Moab to try to stall it a little bit.
$23,576 in Jug's possession. First, the main Moab to handle the ZOMG. Will he counter rush Yeet Boy? Still no balloons on Yeet Boy's screen just yet. He's got to be thinking rush here. I'm really surprised, Plant. Now Plant is
There's
look at
the
this. Yeet Boy's going to get his
counter rush, but
ZOMG his way.
a ZOMG, but you gotta send tight leads at this point because actually
Now
no,
a lot
tight
of
leads don't work.
FBFBs. Here it is. To go up 2-0 and win the tournament. Tight leads on top as well. Huge Pierce cap
Sharks
incoming.
defend the
Can
tight
Yeet Boy
leads,
handle
though.
it? He's activated the
Oop.
boost. Still more tight leads. They're incoming. They're incoming. Oh, Jug's he's committed suicide here. Can he handle the camo purples on his side of the screen? Purples on top of the entire rush, headed Yeet Boy's way. Yeet Boy still trying to handle this rush, still trying to DPS it down. He's got Malsham on the ready. He's got Fedora 10 on the ready. He's got Fedora 7 if he needs to speed something up. He's got Fedora 3 as well, but no boost. Malstrom coming out. Does he need to micro it? BFB's popping into Moabs, popping into Sarams. This is the game right here. This is the tie of the series. One more up to beat. He's been it. He's been it. Yeet Boy's done it. He's beat the rush. Yeet Boy is tied at 1-1. Jug is down. Jug is down. This UMG is popping into BFBs, but he's not going to have a chance. Yeet Boy is tied the series on an incredible defense sequence.
That's what we like to see out of Yeet Boy for his top badges. That's what he likes to see.
That rush absolutely melted Plant.
Am I?
I tell you what,
Suppression on.
He shot the whole works at him. He shot his UMG, that was 4 BFBs, and probably about 1 million tight leads. I mean, that was coming from Daddy's bank account right there, and it still was not good enough to win the game.
It should not be echoing. I'm on headset. That's weird.
Woo!
All right, that was a really fun game. Just to get our spirits up after that last failure.
Yep. Probably some of the best Yeet Boy gameplay I've seen in a while there. Although it really just came down to management of the abilities, management of the boost, management of the again having the ice ready to go, having Fedora 10 ready to go, having the Maelstroms ready to go. Page Flipperman says Yeet Boy still isn't beating the allegations, though. Probably fair, as there is a reason that this series is 1-1 instead of 2-0 Yeet Boy. All right. Game 3 to decide who moves on to the next round. Juggernaut 5 has played his way to a Game 3 against Yeet Boy, one of the game's former top 3 players. Can a first-time player upset the former top 3 and move on to the next round? You're about to watch it here in Popology Weekly number 26. Both players starting off with ETN. I assume it's an ETN dart start. Yeet Boy's going for, I think
Indeed,
it's
it looks
a
like it
triple dart
is.
config there. I don't know.
That one looks more like a crossbow.
So double darts here
That
from
second dart
Yeet
looks
Boy.
more like a crossbow to start, but
Now so what he's gonna do is he's gonna sell the bottom dart in a crossbow. That's what's gonna happen. So he's not. Oh, look at this boost on Jug's side. Boost on Jug's side as he decides to immediately rush the crossbow. He's gonna lose about 50, 60, 70 lives, maybe even more than that. Spaced greens boosted because the crossbow picking at him, trying to snipe them away. Jug is gonna hold on with 97 lives. And there you see Yeet Boy affording his crossbow. See, that's the difference, Plant. Yeet Boy built the second unupgraded dart so that he could minimize lives lost while pursuing that crossbow. And it's left him with a 33 life advantage to start round 3. Jug going to go for a little layering right here, but ETN plus the unupgraded dart going to mitigate that entirely. Now Group Blue Eco from Jug, once again with that interesting Eco flowchart that we saw in Game 1.
yes, I can definitely see why that. I can definitely see why that second dart is definitely a little bit better.
Yep. Now
It
Yeet
looks
Boy
like
should
both
be
players
able-
are going to get their farm around the same time.
Yeah.
Already saying the good game. Toxic.
GG no re as they say.
Indeed. Indeed,
So
it is no rematches because they're both 1-on-1, best of 3.
Yeah.
They're
So Yeet Boy should be
basically
able
tied
to
on
not
farms.
upgrade his dart here. Yeah, he should be able to do this without upgrading, because, yeah, you see, his defense is holding up just fine. So Jug getting an unupgraded dart just to do a little bit of cleanup. Both these players should be fine now for round 5 onwards. And I think you see that Pierce buff really having an impact on how these guys play their defense and how these guys can greet their farms.
Yeah, it's crazy that NK decided to buff this because it was underused, despite the fact that it's literally the way you defend space blooms before the buff.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised at that too. Second farm coming up from both players now. Again, Jug strutting his skills in his first Popology weekly appearance. On to round 7, and so far it's been a straight mirror match between these two players. Although Yeet Boy again with the lives advantage and a little bit of flexing early on in this game with that pressure on round 2. Now, Group Yellow's headed Yeet Boy's way. He's going to respond by immediately buying a 3XX dart. Trying to hold ETN3, going to micro the dart to first, see if he can contain those leaks just a little bit. I mean, he's got the lives lead right here. He's going to use that lives lead, leaking down to about 123. Ends up still just fine. But Jug building up his third farm while Yeet Boy lagging just barely behind, gets his third farm up right there. Both players perhaps looking to build 3 times 2 level farms before headed to round 9.
Hovering over a 4th farm.
That's interesting right there. So, Yeet Boy going for the farm trick on round 9, but he's kind of committed himself here to a really weird farm configuration. It's going to be interesting for how this is going to play out when round 11 comes around. Neither player is anywhere close to having the glue gunner on their screen. But you see the Juggernaut coming. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
That's probably going to discourage rushing enough.
Juggernaut.
I tell you what, Plant, these guys are playing kind of skinny. The no glue gunner, and don't forget Eats the End is their camo defense here, so...
Yes. Indeed, it will be very difficult to rush either side, so it's probably just going to be a
Here's the camo leads. Both players getting camo leads. ETN7 needs to come out. Yeet Boy's going to try and greet defend it. He is going to greet defend, and he's going to barely survive with 35 lives left on screen. Same thing with Jug. Both players really need to get... Oh, big rush headed Yeet Boy's way. He's going to boost the Juggernaut. Trying desperately to hold on to those plantations. Still no glue gunner. These guys playing on picket fence defense as we head to round 14. Jug on the hot seat here. Yeet Boy, no boost. Now Jug gonna fire back. Regen Rainbows. Is it gonna be an all-out? Lots of Regen Rainbows. Here it is to win the game. Yeet Boy defends. 3 Juggernauts on his screen. And somehow keeping up with the farm game too. He's got 1 plant plus 2 times 2 level farms. Yeet Boy firing back. Here comes an R-Rod, a check R-Rod against Jug. Again, no glue gunner on his screen, but the Jug still holding just fine. 1 Jug, 2 of those Spikle Pults and a crossbow. It's holding fine. Jug staying in this game somehow, but he needs to find a way to overcome that farm deficit that he's created after that huge re-rush to win the game did not work out. Big rush again from Yeet Boy. Boosted Rainbows to check on Jug. Now Saram's underneath. More of those Juggernauts coming on Jug's side of the screen. He sells his plant into what it looks like look at that, 4 Jugs to defend against Yeet Boy's just rampant rushing rampage here.
I will concur that one of them is only a Spike-a-Pult, but still.
Still insane. Jug choosing to sell those darts back into farm, sensing that Yeet Boy not going to be able to pressure him back without self-draining too badly. Round 17, Moabs are available, and you can see how drained this game is right now, Plant. The income config looks good, but I think the big issue right now is that these guys have no real pathway. I just think they're going to struggle to build T5 farms in this game, Plant. I think that's the main concern.
Yes, both of them drained each other so much that a round 24 Wall Street might not be on the table anymore.
I mean, yeah, I would think differently if, say, for instance, you had like double plant, 1600 eco or something like that, but this is not what's happening here. Check F Moab headed Yeet Boy's way. It's going to be boosted. Yeet Boy going to try and value defend with 2 of the sharpshooters plus ETN3. Now trying to micro a glue gunner as well.
Does it just fine. Great value from
Yeah.
Yeet Boy, holding on to his boosts for Battles 3. Still has 2 monkey boosts left on his side.
Yeah, sharpshooters, again, they do really
Round
well against
19.
Moabs right now.
F Moab plus some leads underneath, trying to disrupt the darts, I think. Can Jug come through with the
Yeah.
value defense? Still no glue on Jug's side of the screen yet. And even worse, Juggernaut decided to boost. Yeet Boy could try and pressure here before the end of round 19 to try and hurt Jug's farms. Round 20 is going to be probably the most important round of the game right here. Got to get that huge cash injection or else you'll be drained for good. You see the natural Cerams, they came out. Now round 20, Yeet Boy declined to pressure. Natural Moab coming on either side of the screen. As you see, BFBs are available. Neither player really has they don't have the Super Monkey Fan Club set up just
Jug.
yet. Now one BFB headed Yeet Boy's way, and I think both these players at this point, I think they understand that this is a drain game. I don't think they're under the impression this game's going to be going anywhere past, like round 26. A couple of Czech Zebras there headed Yeet Boy's way as well, trying to make this defense on the BFB tough. BFB popping into Moabs, bunch of Zebras underneath as well. One Juggernaut plus Sharpshooter plus ETN. Oh, the one's going to slip through! Somehow they don't. Yeet Boy on boosting ETN 10 to defend. Off the boost and off ETN 10. Now Jug with a prime opportunity right here, perhaps to counter rush, maybe follow-up rush, win the game. What will he do? Yeet Boy still ecoing. He's up to 2,500 eco as we speak. Natural Rainbow's coming through, and the end of round 22 is going to be soon. Coming into round 23, neither player with a tier 4 farm, but Yeet Boy with a lot of eco, and he's going to receive a bunch of tight leads. Yeet Boy ready with it with an X4X glue. Those tight leads not going to be a problem at all. I don't think. He's got a couple of Jugs on screen. Those tight leads still racing through. Oh, Jug's going to boost. He's going to boost it, trying to make this work. Last boost from Yeet Boy. It's not going to work.
enough.
Jug has done it. Yeet Boy's down. Former top 3 player is eliminated. Yeet Boy is eliminated on the check tight leads on round 23. It's over before it even started.
The Yeet Boy choke. Oh. That one. You know, I'm glad we stuck that one out for the 3 games that we did see of that entire. That was really good. And now we have Juggernaut moving on to fight Super Tiger now.
Yeah, I think I'm not gonna lie. So Plant, if I was in Yeet Boy's position, I would have choked that thing a million times too. I didn't like if he gets U-Jug, he'd probably he defends that just fine, right? But I mean, he just
You're talking to the master of the chokes here, by the way.
I mean, it's just yeah, I think he thought he was gonna.
Much.
I think he thought that he was going to be able to value defend that right there. I think it might have started regrow farming there, Plant. I don't know what happened there, but it looked to me like it was just 1 or 2 sets. It looked very manageable. It looked like he could just spam the Jugs and just get away with it, and then you know, it just
The glue strike might have hurt him more than helped, honestly, because I believe in this game that the corrosive glue doesn't get the bonus damage from glue strike. So it can only deal 1 layer at a time. Meaning you get like a ton of pinks and then they regen back.
Right.
It's possible that an Ultra Juggernaut might be a little bit better, but that does cost a lot of
Ultra
money.
Jug just defends outright. I mean, Ultra Jug will just absolutely just kill through that, especially since they nerf tight leads from 80 to 60.
The problem is, it is a big, hefty investment right there.
I mean, I do question the decision from Yeet Boy to eco a bunch there. I think I see it to the extent that, you know, like, hey, if I'm not gonna get a tier 5 farm on round 24, I might as well eco as if I'm gonna get a tier 5 farm on like round 26. But I feel like the game was just so drained that you know, hindsight says it was just better to focus on maximizing liquidity for for round 20, 23, 24, 25. Got another match in progress here, Plant. You're watching Harris versus Quazil.
All right.
Harris is on the right, and Quaz is on the left.
So we've got another Dart Glue versus a Dart Mortar with a Jericho.
That's interesting. But I want to think that Dart, Mortar, Jericho is goated on this map, but I have to see how these matches play out because that's what I've been trying on this map. Plant is Jerry Dart Mortar farm.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that it's a bad loadout right now, considering that both towers did get the buff. Actually,
Right. But there is something interesting that we see on our screen.
screen.
Oh, look at this! Look at this! Quaz is going to get a Moab plus a bunch of Zebras, and he's going to boost in response to that Moab. Moab's going to pop into Cerams down into just into nothing, so he's going to defend that just fine.
We're
I think
good.
the big issue right here, Plan, is that I
But
don't
it
see a
looks
farm
like-
on Quaz's screen.
Yeah, Harris is running an eco loadout, it looks like.
No,
Could
Harris is running.
possibly be
Harris
the
is on the right.
third.
Harris is on the right.
Or-
Big rush
sorry.
headed Quaz's way. It's
Sorry,
the rerush.
Quaz, though.
1F Moab, bunch of rainbows,
Quaz,
bunch
though.
of Cerams. This is to win the game right here. And that F Moab's going to sneak on through. The glue is going to come far too late.
Third.
And Quaz goes down. It was Dart
Third
Mortar glue on the
glue.
left side of the screen.
Full eco with Jericho money steals. That's interesting. I've been told that Jericho money making alone is not terrible, but not bad.
Hikaru should stick to chess. Holy crap, dude. What a chat message. Yeah, so, I think, I don't know. Yeah, Dart Mortar glue is, that's very exotic. So I feel like, I feel like the way that this game is, I feel like, we're past that sort of meta, Because I remember a point where we were running like stupid bullcrap like Boomer, Mortar, Engie on off tide, right? The thing about like eco strats that had no bad damage, but they were so good because they could defend rounds 1 through 29 so well.
I mean, it's pretty close to the loadout I was running in ZOMG to grind for Jericho XP. I was running a Boomer Mortar SPAC on that, just with Agent Jericho. And
Right.
of course, you don't have a lot of ways to rush, but you do have a bit of an all-out opportunity at every point.
All right, so
So it probably won't work for Hall of Masters.
So, what we got next on our plate here is, the semifinal series, we have Super Tiger versus Juggernaut. We do need to set that up. And then, if this bracket is correct, it is Harris versus Foxy as well in the Super Final. So we're just waiting for either Super Tiger, wow, it's the first time I've made that mistake, either Super Tiger or Harris to show off their matches and their balloon skills. Any thoughts on the matches here so far, Plant?
This has been very interesting so far. I think we definitely see a lot of dart recently due to the buffs to crossbow, which I don't think is unwarranted. Sorry, maybe I misspoke there. I don't think that's not to be expected because dart is now really good.
Right. I mean, Dart fans rejoice because there was definitely a time in this game, Plant, where Dart was a horrible tower. There is a reason why TAC was always considered the superior early game option once, the Dartling nerfs were finally applied back in season, I don't know, like season 10?
Oh god. The Dartling nerfs season 10, I think it was like 1.0.7 where they finally fixed that stupid laser shock HRP bug.
Alright.
And at that point, yeah, Dart. There was a few passionate players that played Dart, but otherwise you didn't see it at all.
I
remember seeing
so we
a
were on a
post on
screen
Reddit.
for why I looked away for a second. Why are we not on the Harris Foxy Ops game? Did something
They were
happen to
still
that?
in the
Or
hero select screen,
okay.
but now it is beginning.
So here we go. Harris versus Foxy Ops in the semifinals to decide who makes it to the finals for a best of 5 series. And I think Plants...
Blade is our
my understanding is that welcome to Dart Spac Farm Mirror Meta. That is my understanding, but you see here that FoxyOps brought Bonnie to this map. It'll be interesting to see if FoxyOps commits
Emil's
to an eco strategy.
Emil's showing off a really good cat picture
That's Harris. That's
on stream. No, Emil.
That's Harris. That's Harris's interface. That's
his
Harris's
profile
interface.
pic?
That's
Really good picture.
Harris is streaming the game, so what you're seeing is Harris's screen.
Oh.
This is Harris showing the K pic.
Oh, I'm
all right?
stupid.
Okay.
I'm very
Glad
stupid.
we got that out of the way. FoxyOps down to 52 lives, by the way. Rushing the crossbow.
Yeah. The one thing you are wrong about is that we have a Bonnie on the right side, on FoxyOps' side, so it's likely not going to be
I
a
literally
farm.
pointed that out too. It's yeah. I literally told you that FoxyOps brought Bonnie
I
to
am
the.
so spaced out right now, aren't I?
All right. So,
on,
but
it's-
FoxyOps is playing Dart Wizard. So Dart Wizard Eco, I think, is FoxyOps' MO here.
Yes, FoxyOps loves the Wizard Tower. And if I'm correct, they're going to try to get an Arcane Spike, or sorry, Mastery pretty soon. Because Mastery is how you defend with Wizard on the very single lane maps without an intersection.
Let's see here. It's interesting.
What do you have that's interesting over there?
Just some stuff happening with Juggernaut. Anyways, so you see Dart Spac on the left side of the screen. FoxyOps working Dart Wizard with Bonnie, but what do you think FoxyOps' third tower is going to be?
FoxyOps going Dart Wizard. The Wizard and the Dart Monkey both,
I would guess
both
Spac,
see
personally,
camo decently
for-
well.
I would guess
not
Spactory.
be. Yeah, Spactory would not be a bad option here, especially because Deadly Spike still shreds the beast. Have we seen a sniper?
I mean, there's no way that there's no way that Sniper is going to. I don't know. I wouldn't expect Sniper to. Mao's saying it's Sniper, but I don't know, man. Sniper would just be so weird.
It would be very unusual indeed. There's the Shimmer going up the Necromancer on round 10. Perfect. And that'll get the defense go. That'll get the defense started. Get the zombie balloons up.
I think a Necrobuy says a lot about what FoxyOps is bringing, because it's round 11. Harris has a lot of rushing utility, like he has a lot of rushing liquidity at this point in the game. And FoxyOps' only defense right now is a 3xx dart plus the Necromancer. Oh, look at this! FoxyOps is going to rush
from
Harris.
Monty.
It's a huge rush. Adora 3, it's going to burst through the spike pile. Adora 3 plus boost does defend.
But he is potentially very vulnerable.
He's a
Boost
little
is worn
vulnerable right
off.
here, and I think
Adora's
FoxyOps is
on
going to go for it
cooldown.
right here. Huge R-Rod going to force the farm cell. Second jug buy from Harris. Again, he can't rely on that spike pile, and he doesn't have boost either, nor does he have Adora 3. Nothing on Harris' screen. He's able to defend just fine, though, because, again, FoxyOps playing with... I mean, he's going to get rushed. FoxyOps is going to get rushed. It's a huge rush. It's going to burst through the Necromancer, I think. No, it's not. FoxyOps is going to hold on boost thanks to the Juggernaut, helping out that Necromancer clean up
very
that
close.
huge layered R-Rod.
was pretty close to breaking through the Necromancer, but not quite.
Yeah, I think the key there was just the purchase from Foxyops right there, and something that we actually have to remember here, Plan. Something that I've forgotten is that Foxyops, like that Bonnie kind of works kind of like a farm, and Foxyops can actually sell the minecarts if he wants to funnel a big rush
It is
Harris's
Sniper.
way. And it is Sniper, so Mal
Going for a
is right.
supply drop.
Dart Whiz Sniper. Deadly Spikes headed Harris's
Alright,
way. That's
well,
going to be
we've
his
got-
Moab defense here for round 17. And now, I don't think, however, that Foxyops is going to try and bother Harris. Not at this time in the game.
Yeah, and it might be a mutual
Moab
understanding
headed
to-
Foxyops' way. He's going to get a sharpshooter here to defend.
I was wrong. It looks like there's going to be a little bit of pokes, but otherwise, I am predicting that Harris will not rush very hard right now.
He's going to come back with a
There's
poke
another
F Moab.
poke.
Second sharpshooter on Foxyops' side of the screen. Foxyops panic boost. He's going to defend. He actually probably needed that boost, I think, because that F Moab was headed pretty far.
I mean, we
Harris
have
has Foxyops on the ropes
Foxy
here if he
has
wants
the
to try
supply
for
drop.
a game-ending rush, but you see Harris is continuing to eco.
It's a bit late now, though, because they have the supply drop up, and that's 240, so he can defend a little bit. But it does mean that the ability cooldown of supply drop is 50 seconds, not 40 seconds, for not cross-butting faster firing.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have the other.
There's
he
a
doesn't
supply
have
drop.
the income cross path. That's interesting.
Yes, it
Fox-
is
another-
0.50.
Yeah, another player here really bothering each other, and so Harris is going to get a plantation for free. Natural Moab so needs to be cleared here on Harris's side of the screen, and now this is where Harris needs to worry about having enough defense right here. A single ZOMG could actually force quite a bit from Harris.
BFB from Harris is interesting.
Harris continuing the
Yeah,
pokes here, trying to get
Foxy-
value out of Foxyops. Foxyops responding with an X4X Wizard, popping it down easily. No problem right there.
Indeed.
Now Foxyops is not ecoed since like rounds. He hasn't ecoed in a while here, so Harris is thinking that Foxyops is going to rush right here. I think that's what he's thinking of. Harris is going to come back
Here's an
with another
FBFB, but
FBFB.
again, the Phoenix is definitely still going to take care of an FBFB, though. Unfortunately.
Oh, panic boost! Tightlet's coming.
Oh.
Harris gonna pile on with some purples. Here comes the beast from Foxyops trying to stun some of those balloons, buy himself some time. But you see the Phoenix being directed away from those purples. He's still not gonna have a problem, however, defending that rush. But Harris saying GG, because I think they both know what's coming next. Can Harris rush to win the game right here? And if he doesn't, does he have an angle to win this game? It looks pretty good. You see Harris saving up here, I assume, perhaps to send something? Let's see. He's got 11k. He's saving up for a tier 4
It's
farm, I
possible
think.
that- I'm thinking that both players are going to send a DET right now.
It's round 24. There's no DETs.
Well, on 26.
Okay.
They're saving their money a little bit to make sure that they have a DET rush on 26.
I mean, Harris can tank. He can tank one FDDT off the spike pile alone, maybe even two. Like if Foxyops does that, I think it's game over. Just straight up.
No, you're probably
No,
right.
no, the
Harris
other-
is more focused on getting that round 26 Wall Street.
Well, he doesn't have a chance of getting it round 26 though, unless he sells the spike factories, which I think is risky in its own right. There you see he sells into 420 spike factory. Again, giving himself more leverage against those DDTs, making it impossible for Foxyops to have a rushing angle. Meanwhile, Foxyops is on his side of the screen. He is scarce on just everything. Scarce on defense, probably scarce on income because he's not ecoed a lot in this game.
No Wall Street for 26. We have a BFB set coming out.
So this is a scaled
That's obviously
BFB
going
headed
to
Foxy
Phoenix
Ops'
ability.
way. Yeah, it forces the X4X Wizard ability. ZOMG
We have a
underneath.
Crossbow Master on Foxy Ops' side, so that's going to defend the ZOMG.
Yeah, so he'll be able to defend the ZOMG just fine. Now, if Harris packs on the layer, he could get past that Crossbow Master. He's going to try it, but I don't think this is going to work. This is going to be difficult. Harris is going to try it anyways. He's going to rush. It's going to be an unstoppable force versus an immovable object. Can Crossbow Master defend all those BFBs on his screen? It's not going to be even close.
And a
Foxy Ops,
Jug.
he's going to try and get the Wizard up to save his game, but FSRAM is going to leak through, and Harris wins the game.
Yeah, unfortunately, Crossbow Master... I think Crossbow Master did get the Pierce buff, and it did get a nice crit damage buff, so it could definitely take care of a ZOMG, but the Type BFB is right after. Really costed a little bit.
It was pretty brutal rush. So...
Indeed.
Okay, waiting for confirmation here on the next series. So, let's see here. All right, so there was some bullcrap happening with Juggernaut. So we actually have Yeet Boy playing Super Tiger here. I'm gonna look through tournament just to make sure.
Yeah, it looks like there is a bit of internal drama as per usual. But I'm not too worried about that. Both players are going Adora with Dart Farm. Looks like a mirror match.
Okay. Okay, that's fair. So, Super Tiger
leaking a lot of lives early on.
Yeah. I feel like
buys the wrong cross path on the crossbow.
I just feel like he doesn't have the crossbow tech just down. I just don't feel like he has it like down pat, you know. I mean, we've seen many people in this tournament utilizing the 0-2-3 crossbow tech. I feel like it should work with Adora as well. I mean, because look at Epoy's side of the screen. He's got a 0-2-3 crossbow, Adora, and unupgraded dart for cleanup, right? And he's got 103 lives doing this too. So they're really I just don't understand it, dude.
Let me just clear that up. Yeah, so Juggernaut has a little complication, so we won't be participating for a while. It'll be Yeet Boy in his place.
Yes,
as
we've already clarified this. Round 9, Super Tiger getting out the Spike Factory.
Definitely needs the long life spikes up right now because of his low life count.
Really, you just need the spike power up right there. He'll be fine here.
Got the spike of pulse. Round 10, it looks like no one's really looking to do anything.
Oh, look at this.
Now.
Insta-boosted rush from Super Tiger trying to force action. Zebras, Purples, and the Yeet Boy trying to break through the spike pile. It's not going to work. Yeet Boy bought the Juggernaut and boosted to defend. But Yeet Boy going to be without boost for round 13. Camo Leds on Super Tiger's side to check on the camo defense, trying to force the bad crosspath dart. Adora 3, however, takes care of it just fine. Some Camo Leds as well headed Yeet Boy's way. Now both players need to decide if they want to send rainbows. Again, Yeet Boy without boost. And Super Tiger's going to go for it. Choke rush to win the game. Super Tiger receiving Camel Letzos aren't going to be a factor. Can Eat Boy defend? He's not going to defend. And Super Tiger's going to take game 1 on an incredible comeback win. He was down to 30-something lives, 40-something lives there early on, Plant. And he sent a huge round 13 rush to win the game.
Yes,
and go up
Adora
1-0 in
level
the
3
series.
was currently on cooldown from round 11. So it was very difficult to defend that.
Well, not having boost makes that a ton more difficult as well. So, I mean, yeah, I think
That's
the problem.
also fair.
Yeah, I think the problem there, is when you're faced with a rush like that, you're playing darts back farm, right? Your opponent can tack on a bunch of camos, and they can force you to get the camo cross path on that Juggernaut, which the camo cross path on the Juggernaut it's not good. You do not get nearly as much DPS versus the better
Indeed,
the better
you were
cross path.
sacrificing on attack speed directly.
So,
But we have Harris and Foxyops back at it again.
Yep.
Or back at it again? No.
Yes, they are
What am
back
I-
at it
what
again.
am I
This
saying?
is game 2.
Yeah?
Harris
Oh, okay.
won game. This is game 2. Harris won against Foxyops in game 1.
Alright.
Right.
I thought they would have completed by now, but I guess not.
No.
But either way, Harris has leaked a little bit of lives.
Foxyops is
despite the
taking some
camos.
pressure here with purples.
Yeah. They Heartstopper here until they get the cluster bomb up. Heartstopper, I believe, comes back for round 11 though, so I don't think that's a bit of a worry. But yeah, Foxyops running the patented Bomb Wizard Farm loadout. Of
It's gonna
course,
be interesting to
patent
see exactly
pending.
how. Look at Harris. He's gonna play Skinny again here. Again, no glue defense on Harris's side of the screen. But look at that. See how he got that
You have a
0-2-4
sharpshooter.
sharpshooter? Yeah. So I've talked with some players about this plant, and it does good damage. The concern is just the pierce. It still is the pierce. I know they buffed the pierce on that thing, but the pierce is still the issue on sharpshooter when it comes to trying to defend with it.
Definitely.
Check camo purples on Foxy
Definitely,
opposite side of the screen. They
because-
are starting to get. Ooh, they were getting a little distance right there. Now look at this. Camo cerams.
Camo,
R
space
Rod underneath.
ceramics.
Trying to force some action from Foxyops. A boost from Foxyops. He's going to take care of it just fine. Foxyops had shimmer, so the camo ceram's not an issue. Now
And
it's.
sold the mastery for a necromancer.
While this was happening, Group Eco got pretty far on Harris's side of the screen. Foxyops playing without boost right now, but I don't think Harris wants to test the cluster and the necromancer at this point in the game.
Yeah, it'll definitely last till Moabs.
And even
Maybe
then,
with
like
enough
even
ceramics.
even when Moabs come around,
Maybe with
plant
enough ceramics.
like
you can break
Harris
through.
Harris can't poke at Foxy because if Harris tries to poke at Foxy with say just a singular Moab, Foxyops can defend that just fine. In a worst case scenario, he has Ely totems, but if it's just like a singular round 17F Moab, he can probably just go totemless defense honestly. So if Harris wants to rush round 17, he's got to put a little bit of meat behind that rush. Now the cool thing here though, plant, look at the
Indeed,
farm
even
rate that
if-
Harris has.
Indeed, it is pretty large, but all he can do right now is grow his farms, because even if he sends a fortified Moab on Route 18, a Moab Mauler will definitely take care of it.
Well, I think he just to be honest, he might just go as Ely Totem on round 18. Is Ely Totem round 18 and then second cluster. For yeah, I think that's how he could value defend round 18.
Hmm.
I mean, Azili Totem is just so broken.
Totem
Both players, by the
is
way, have about
pretty
the
good,
same amount
yeah,
of eco.
and-
Foxyops was a little bit more eco. Now you see here, notice how
Foxyops does have the life advantage, So,
Well, notice how these
Totem
players are
is
equaling. Notice how these
definitely
players
not a
are
bad
equaling
idea.
Plant. Notice how Harris is going for yellow eco while Foxyops is going for pink eco.
Yes, and round 20 is coming up, so you definitely got to get your farms in order on that round.
I think this bias in farming strategy, it kind of shows what these players are thinking, because I think it shows that what Harris wants to do is, like if he's going for those sorts of farms, right, I think he's thinking... Well, I think he's probably thinking just low eco, around 24 Monkey Wall Street type flowchart. Pressure Zebra is headed Harris's way right here, as Harris has not built defense in a while. Double Jug plus ETN3 going to defend just fine on the pressure. Tier 4 farm attempt from Harris is going to not work. And that was a genius rush from Foxy. He wanted the choke from Harris to make sure he didn't get the tier 4 farm. That was everything that Harris was working out towards, and Harris did not get that tier 4 farm up in time. He missed about 3/4 of the cash injection he would have gotten if he had gotten that farm in time. And I think that keeps Foxyops in the income game.
Interesting. Despite the lack of farms, there's definitely a lot of mistakes being played by Harris a little bit. So I'd say it's about on par.
Yes, I'm very curious here. So let's get a read on Foxyops' eco right here, if we can.
Oh,
he's
Foxy
getting
has
he's
like
getting a
3k
BFP.
eco.
They're both just
I
ecoing just
believe
like
Foxy-
crazy right now.
Foxy has
About
like
2.5k
3k
eco, I
right
think.
now.
Yeah, 2.5. It's 2.5k. Yeah.
Okay.
So Harris is starting to put the pressure here on Foxyops. Going to give him an FBFB. Foxyops going to defend here with the X4X Wizard. Should be able to defend here with just... wow, he's going to go one cluster defense here.
Yeah. Summon Phoenix does a lot to punch down a FBB.
Boosted tight leads Foxyops' way. He's going to sell a farm into 2 recursive clusters. Holds the boost and
and a
defends just fine.
Heartstopper.
Yep. Now,
Very
Foxyops built up
interesting.
all that eco so that he could have a better farm, just better income play for this later part in the games. So I think for this reason, I think if Harris gets a rush on round 25, right, I don't think that Harris is going to receive like a big choke rush. I think it's just going to be a big check rush, right? So him having Super Monkey Fan Club on the ready, I think is just all he needs here for round 25. I don't see any reason for Foxyops to try and do that rushing right here. He's got a big eco advantage now that Harris went for those rushes as well too. So
Yes. And I think Foxy has managed to get up 2 central markets, so they're not too far behind on the farm game anymore.
this is going to be a big key. So a big key moment right here, Plant. So round 25 is only about 30 seconds long. You see that mow up right here. They're going to try and sell into Monkey Wall Street. Both of them are. Harris gets it done. Foxy gets it done. Great job right there from both players. But now, what will Foxy do for round 26? Both players with a 10k cash injection. Foxyops is going to be sent tight F Moabs plus an FDDT. Azili 10 coming out deletes the FDDT. Plus we have the Phoenix coming out, deletes the Moabs. Purples on top aren't going to do anything. And the pressure rush from Harris does not work. Harris digging himself into a deeper and deeper hole. Sure, he got a 10k cash injection, but so did Foxyops. And using Azili, he was able to value defend right there.
Yeah.
Look at
so it
how
looks
skinny
like-
Harris is playing, though.
Yes. I think at this point, all Foxyops needs to do is survive a bit longer. Because Harris has been drained a decent amount.
Yeah.
With all the failed rushes.
I think the big misjudgment there was maybe Harris was thinking that Foxyops had to have like an XX5 wizard there or something, but Foxyops had all of his abilities right there, and
I was thinking more like Bomb Blitz, but yeah.
right.
Because normally...
That just makes me
least-
question even further. Why send a rush in the first place, right? Because I feel like if you're Harris and you're sending that kind of rush, the reason you do that is to force abilities and then all out. But if Harris all outs on the re-rush, then Foxyops can just sell into B Blitz and defend outright. Here's a scaled ZOMG
around
headed
29
Foxyops'
ramp
way.
to ZOMG. Indeed.
Azili 10 deletes the ZOMG. You think that was the right move? Oh, look at this. Harris coming back with tight BFBs. It's a single set of tight BFBs. 2 of the X4X wizards coming out. Single recursive cluster. Will it defend? Purple's on top to try and force a choke here from the X4X wizards, but it's not going to matter. Both players headed into round 30. Now, I want to point out Harris might be behind on the eco game, but he still was able to keep up, at least on farms. Got a bunch of those XX4 farms up. I want to think we'll see some rushing soon. Then there we go. There we go. FoxyOps fires first with an FBAD. We really need to see the Plasma Monkey fan club coming around. And also the natural Moabs. The natural Moab going to force an early usage here of the Super Monkey fan club. Harris doesn't even have XX4 glue on his screen. He needs at least that for the DDT insides when those come popping through. He's going to build up the 250 glue gunner, deploys that, now deploys Plasma Monkey fan club. He really should have had that up while the fan club was going. This is actually a Super Monkey fan club that is going right now. Still needs to deal with the DDTs. The DDTs coming through. They get popped right away. Super glue incoming, and that'll answer the question of whether or not Harris can defend this first FBAD. Now you'll notice here, Plant, you notice that he switched from Plasma Monkey Fan Club to Super Monkey Fan Club. I think the reason for that was to just try and get as much value as he could out of the defense. Now ETN10 coming out as he struggles to defend this bad using just one Plasma Monkey Fan Club proc and a bunch of Super Monkey Fan Club procs. The game going later and later and later. What do you think, Plant? Who wins?
Oh, this is going to be... Oh, okay. FBAD from both sides.
Both players receiving an FBAD. If it's an FBAD race, then FoxyOps is winning that race. Harris still with 1 tier 5 farm up on his screen, but look at FoxyOps. He still has most of his farms up on his screen. Of course, lost a bit of eco sending that first FBAD, but I want to think that FoxyOps is in the more advantageous income position as he sends Harris a second FBAD. 2 FBADs on Harris's screen that he needs to defend. He has the tools to do it with the glue and the dart gunner. The Dart Monkey, again, dealing lots of DPS right here. Microwing the 250 glue is Harris as he pops the first FBAD, but FoxyOps sending a third FBAD Harris's way. FoxyOps has no chance to defend the FBAD on his side of the screen, however. He needs to find a way quickly to somehow secure this win. Third FBAD here is going to lose the FBAD race. FoxyOps is in trouble. The Bomb Blitz isn't going to work. Bomb Blitz, he can't Bomb Blitz. He can't Bomb Blitz right here. This is going to be a game loss for Harris.
That's Azili 20 right there.
Game loss for FoxyOps, sorry. And unless... The Hex!
No! Azili level 20. They bought it.
Azili level 20, so FoxyOps gets Azili level 20, deletes the FBAD just in time. He's going to get sent another one. Harris still having to deal with the FBADs on his screen. FoxyOps, again, saving his game with the use of Azili 20, but I don't think he has the money to micro it anymore as he's sent over 4 FBADs Harris's way. Harris still trying to deal with the FBAD, 2 FBADs. One of them popped in his UMGs. Needs to somehow deal with those UMG insides. The Super Glue placed in an awkward position. 5XX Glue eating away at this UMG, turning into VFBs, but they're racing towards the exit. It's a race to the exit. Who's going to get there first and who's going to win the game? Harris is in trouble. This is to decide the game right here. Can FoxyOps force game 3? It's a good game here. The emote from Harris. I think FoxyOps has done it. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. FoxyOps deletes the bad once again, and he's going to win the game.
Yeah, the one thing is that Azili at round 34, it's really easy to afford buying level 20, and you can just delete the rest of the FBAD. So you definitely have to send multiple there.
Incredible usage there of the Azili 20. I think that went underappreciated. I didn't even realize just how good that was, but I mean, you saw right there exactly how it unfolded, Plant. There are two FBADs that got to the very end of FoxyOps' screen, and he deleted both those FBADs with the use of the Azili 20 Hex.
Yes, it might have gave Harris some false confidence there, but
I mean, that was definitely game on the line right there, because if FoxyOps did not Hex that FBAD and pop it up, he would have lost the FBAD race, and Harris would have won that game. We would have seen game 3. Instead, FoxyOps wins 2-0 and moves on. Or sorry, we are going to see game 3 because FoxyOps lost the first game. That's right. I'm bad at math apparently. But anyways, we'll catch up to that in a short while.
But now we have Super Tiger against Eat Boy on ports, which is interesting. We have a Bonnie versus Jericho. Both players starting out with the ace.
It's a tied series right here. So we saw Super Tiger win game 1. Yeet Boy was able to take game 2, I imagine. So I guess that's with the display right here. I think that's what's happening. Are the scores accurate here? I hope the scores are accurate. I guess it's showing.
It doesn't
1-0.
look like
Can we
anyone
get a
has
confirmation on scores?
posted. It doesn't look like either has posted about which games they won or lost. So we're kind of just guessing at this point. We don't see it in tournament scores.
Emil Plain, if you can hear me, I want a confirmation on the Super Tiger Yeet Boy score. I want to know if it's 1-0 or 1-1.
I see red minecarts on Yeet Boy's side. Awesome bug.
Huh. Very curious to see how Yeet Boy utilizes Bonnie. I feel like it's definitely not a bad choice, honestly, for this map. Except that, yeah, I'm just concerned that Yeet Boy is just gonna do one of like a classic Yeet Boy choke, to like say some natural balloons or something.
But we also do have an interesting strategy.
Oh,
on
we got a
Super
boost.
Tiger's
We got
side.
some action here.
It's-
Super Tiger's handling the whites on his screen just fine, but you see what's happening on Yeet Boy's side. He's exhausted to boost to keep himself in the game.
Yes. Both players are looking to get a never miss up, but something to note, which is interesting, is that Super Tiger has opted to forgo the.
Oh, we got a
Alchemist
boost headed Super
in exchange
Tiger's
for a
way.
farm.
Super Tiger readying the panic sub at the bottom of the screen, trying to protect those lives as much as possible. Reason for this panic right here, Super Tiger trying to greet farm without buying Never Miss. A really greedy play here from Super Tiger. Yeet Boy going for the punish, but Super Tiger still alive at 50 lives. Still losing lives steadily, but I just wonder exactly how Super Tiger's going to make this work, because he is nowhere near a Never Miss right now, Plant.
Yes, it's going to be very difficult to afford, because that farm cost him a lot of money and won't get him. I think that pays itself off after a few rounds, like 4 rounds.
Something like that, but man, I mean, it's round 8, and Yeet Boy has so many options right here to try and force another boost or something. Meanwhile, you see the Jerry
We have
Naturals coming out on
We
Yeet
have-
Boy's side.
Yes, but Yeet already has his never miss. Oh, and he affords it. Super Tiger manages to afford it.
There he
with a
goes.
sub
Okay,
sell.
so Super Tiger sells into the Never Miss, and he does so without Yeet Boy applying any pressure. So Super Tiger does he gets away with it just fine. The farm greed. Huge play, I think, for Super Tiger to be able to greet that. Although, at 20 lives, yeah, I'm thinking, Plant, that Super Tiger could get... I mean, he could get killed on a round 14 rush layered with a natural LEDs. Here comes the LEDs right now from both players. Oh, Camo Zebra on Yeet Boy's side. That's going to force quite a few leaks. 23 leaks. He's down to 44 lives. Round 11 incoming. Neither
Indeed,
player
I
really
want
with
to
the ability to
see-
rush, I don't think.
Indeed, I want to see how well a round 13 defend is going to happen without Alchemist.
Yeah, that's
Because we see
interesting.
Yeet Boy over here with the usual strategy of Ace Alch sub, but now we have Ace Alch farm, which does not give them an option to buy Berserker Brew for the never miss.
Yes, so you have Ace Out. So Ace Alch sub versus Ace sub farm, and Super Tiger. You see, he's playing really greedy. I think, he's just thinking right here. Okay, sure, you have Bonnie, right? But you're not going to be able to rush me. He's going to get rushed anyways here. Check Rainbows. Bally plus the Never Miss. Boosted, it's going to get through. Facepalm right there from
that's
Super
what I was
Tiger. A huge
thinking.
miss. Plant, I think your
That's what I
fears
was
were
thinking.
realized.
Round 13 is definitely a choke for that he should not have gone for the plantation there.
I mean, I tell you what, if he had gotten away with it, it definitely would have bolstered his win probability substantially. I think the big issue right there is just, I don't know, man. It seems to me like that was somebody that was desperately trying to protect their farm advantage without really thinking about the state of the game. Because that rush can get defended 6 days of the week, but I mean, it was such a great opportunity that Yeet Boy saw to just execute the choke and get away with it. So, let's see here. So I guess this really
Salt
is
a map
yeah,
that's
this is
always lovely.
So this is Game 3. Quick summary for those of you who are just joining the chat. This is the semifinals right here. Game 3, Harris and FoxyOps trying to decide which one of these two makes it into the finals. Harris won Game 1 after obliterating FoxyOps' whiz, sniper, whatever bullcrap he was trying to come up with. However, in Game 2, FoxyOps masterfully utilized Ezili 20 to pop some bads and cheat his way out of a bad race. Here comes some Group Zebras headed FoxyOps' way, Space Zebras, sorry, and they're going to force a boost, even though FoxyOps already dumped money into Dartlings. So FoxyOps going to be without boost on round 11 while playing Dartling. He could be a sitting duck here when round 11 comes around. Grouped Whites boosted, headed Harris's way. Now Harris firing back with Group Whites of his own, layering into Group Zebras, regen Group Zebras. This is it. This is to win the game and make it to the finals. Purple's on top. It's boosted. It's gonna win. FoxyOps is down. Harris is on to the finals.
Oh, we see the panic fireball wizard at the end. Wizard Dartling.
FoxyOps was not ready for the round 9 pressure even after buying a second Dartling. I don't think he realized he needed a third Dartling at least partially upgraded to handle those regen Zebras. Boosted round 9, no boost round 11. A very easy decision from Harris to go for the round 11 all out against the Hydra rocket pods. Easily gets it done. And we're going to see Harris in the finals. So, confirmation
this is
here
gonna
again.
Be a okay.
That Yeet Boy.
Yeah, we've got our finals.
So yeah, that was 1-1, and Yeet Boy again with his choke rush there on Super Tiger, and a very well picked choke rush in my opinion too. That Yeet Boy just sensed there, right? It's one of those things again. Thinking back on that game plan, right? You just see so much greed, and at some point you just got to be thinking like enough is enough, right?
Yes. At some point, with too much greeting, you can get punished really harshly if they decide. Should have spammed fireballs plus Hydra. I mean, FoxyOps loves his wizard.
I think the problem there was that I mean, you just
her wizard.
I think off boost, right? One, you have to consider the micro time right there, right? And I think with just the micro time and no boost, I don't think FoxyOps defends. I don't think a reasonable person in FoxyOps situation that knows what to do can defend in that situation.
All right, we have a prediction started. Who is gonna win the finals? Is it gonna be Harris or Yeet Boy? Bet up your channel points right now.
So, this is going to be
If you don't know already, you can click on your channel points at the bottom of the chat, and then you can scroll down to the rewards, and you can press the predict button right there. And it looks like we already have a few people betting. You can go on now.
So I think so the big thing that I like about Yeet Boy's play, and I think the reason why he has a top 3 badge, I think he does a great job of punishing greed. So I mean, he's not going to beat the choke allegations, right? I mean, he is a choker, right? But like he's the kind of person where again, I wouldn't trust him to eat his own food unsupervised, but I mean, he knows how to punish. He knows how to play offense. Here he is getting some space greens boosted his way. Gonna hit the crossbow right here. Boost back to protect lives, but I mean, there's no lives to protect. Maybe I don't know. He's down to 50 lives here. Harris with a really good play at round 2 to start this game.
The crossbow on first is definitely holding a little bit, but that's not gonna last very long.
Well, he's fine now. I think the big issue though is that again he lost 100 lives right then and there. Unfortunately, B-Site is the first map of the game.
of the best of 5, silly cat. No one has chosen it except Emil, I guess.
All right, here's round 4. Now, this is where the crossbow defense is going to get tested right here. You see Yeet Boy still is not fully cross-path to start. Really wants to get that farm up, and that's why you see he's hesitating, even though he's taking more life leaks. He's got a Dora 3 there, pushes a Dora 3, down to 42 lives. He's still in an okay situation, right? He just has to think very carefully about how to handle his rush defense, say when round 11 comes around. Meanwhile, you see Harris, again, trying to do his best to forego the crossbow. Now he's going to buy that crossbow. Traditional defense setup here from Harris. A tried and true setup here. You see triple darts plus crossbow. And that's keeping him at 139 lives. And he's still being reasonably competitive here in the farm game as well.
Yes,
now
he
has
ended
a
up selling
fully
the triple darts to afford another farm upgrade.
Interesting play
in
right
order to
there.
maintain competitive.
Both players have their jug spot pre-placed here as well. That spot also helping to clean up on leaks as well. Yeet Boy doing it, so he has solid defense. Yeet Boy does. He leaked to 42, but he's going to be sticking around here solid, I think, until round 11, provided that he doesn't get too much pressure. Round 7 is going to be a big decision time here, Plant, for these guys, because group yellows are going to become available, and you can force. Oh, look at this! Yeet Boy checking on Harris with the group yellows.
Both sides won a little bit.
I think
And
both
clearly
players
it's
are
more
holding
effective.
just fine.
It's a little bit more effective on Harris's side compared to Yeet Boy's side.
Oh, Yeet Boy's
but
getting more yellows. Look at this.
are-
Adora 3 coming out. Yeet Boy trying his best to hold off on upgrading, and the Adora 3 is going to hold strong, making sure that that doesn't happen. Now these space purples coming out.
Long Arm of
Boost to
Blight
yellows.
is-
Yeet Boy's way. Trying to get more lives to leak. This could kill right here. Triple darts micro from Yeet Boy. Gonna save the game, but he's down to 7 lives, 6 lives, 4 lives, and he's down. Harris takes game 1.
Round 8 death. Yeah, B-side is always pretty tricky of a map. Again, remember to vote. We have a 1 minute remaining on the predictions on Twitch here. Go ahead and vote in now before it's too late.
I think that game.
As a reminder,
So I'll just comment with regards to that game right there. So if that's any other map, I think Yeet Boy. I don't know. I would probably be yelling at Yeet Boy why he isn't able to defend that. But in a game like B-side, I do think the game is on the line, and Yeet Boy has no choice but to try and value defend, so he has a chance of winning the game. As we see a K on the stream.
yeah. Awesome entertainment we got over here.
So it's one of those things where you're kind of forced into a really bad position right there, and really good recognition from Harris though to see that he could still rush through, even though Yeet Boy had the extra triple darts on his screen. So okay, game 2 coming up, and Yeet Boy opting for precious space to try and get himself back into this mix.
Double Adora.
This feels like, is this going to be a Dora Dart Spec farm? Or no, Bomb Sub farm, okay. I was not looking, dude. I was not paying attention.
I mean, fair enough.
I mean, it's a classic on this map. It's a real classic just because you can, if you play it right, you can get so much farms, plants, that the defense on round
Looks like
26 becomes quite trivial.
And it looks like both players are going the exact same sub start.
Yeah, so this shouldn't be too much of a surprise right here. You're gonna see 01 sub into Adora into upgrade into 020 sub. 011 sub. So here we're just waiting for the 010 sub. I'm a little concerned that both these guys' subs are chasing. They can option a boost if they really want to. I don't think they're going to do it, though, because I think Adora has enough Pierce to help mitigate that risk. There you go.
Dora is a defender, after all.
Yeah, so when Adora was first released, she did not get a lot of usage, and the way that NK resolved this was by giving her a ridiculous amount of Pierce in the early game. Here comes some layering from Harris onto Yeet Boy. Not sure how well this layering is going to work. Now, neither player right now has the airburst starts, but you see here that it is getting that sub to chase.
The new sub buff unfortunately does not do anything here because of the lack of water. There's only like space for like, I think it's like 3 subs maximum, maybe 4.
It might still, man, it might still matter depending on how they want to value defend. Now look at this boost from Harris as Yeet Boy refusing to buy the airburst starts. Yeet Boy leaking quite a lot once again, putting himself in a horrible situation. Very bad play here from Yeet Boy. You actually see Harris. Okay, so he didn't buy airburst starts right there. Plant. What he did was that he got second unupgraded sub, and that's actually enough. To hold off. Now, Yeet Boy, he did get the farm advantage, but again, he lost a lot of lives in the process. Now, round 5 incoming. Yeet Boy, no choice but to immediately get the airburst start. Same thing with Harris.
Harris destroying both of the platforms, while Yeet Boy only destroying one of them, leaves the backside up.
I don't understand
Very
the whole
curious.
idea behind, wanting to greed that farm upgrade early, right? And then giving up the greed by not getting that last platform. Because I feel like if you're Yeet Boy, I feel like you can just match Harris's energy, right? Because if you destroy the platform, then you have a better income situation than Harris and the same amount of space to work with. So I do question Yeet Boy's decision.
I gotta assume that they're gonna use that spot for like an impact or a crush later on, but like,
I suppose it will help with
feels
micro.
very
but
weird.
I feel like what's going to happen though is I feel like Harris is going to delete the blue island when that comes up, right?
You can fit a farm on that platform?
I think you can, but still, I feel like
fit a farm on the very middle one.
I do feel I feel like
This is gonna
again.
be
Again, blue platform is going to get obliterated here. I think once it comes available, round 10. I think Harris at least is definitely going to obliterate that platform. That's what I want to think here.
Yes, I don't expect. I mean, the sub buff doesn't really make me feel like I want to keep that platform because it's probably better to get the 2K and snowball your farms.
There's no farm on the blue island. That's a clarification here that I got from Mealplane. Just quickly looking over that chat. Trip guns on Yeet Boy's side.
The green island you can get a farm up.
There we go. Both players destroying the blue island.
No.
Boosted group whites Harris's way. He's got a single cluster here to defend it. And a boost. Harris going to be off boost though for round 11. He got startled there by that pressure. Yeet Boy in the catbird seat right here. But Harris is going to fire back with a rush of his own. Group Zebra's purple's on top, and it's going to force the boost from Yeet Boy, who barely gets the decamo sub in time. Adora 3 actually is what is needed to take care of those camos, and Yeet Boy down to 6 lives. Round 13 incoming. This might be... Oh, look at this, look at this. Firing back is Harris. Sarams, Space Sarams. I assume he's going to pile some rainbows on top here too, perhaps. No, he's not. Sarams headed Harris's way, trying to force the reactor. Bally up on Harris's screen, though. He's going to go no reactor defense. It's going to work. Oh, Saram is really close to going through there. Adora 3 cleans it up.
I'm surprised Harris was able to greed that hard because he did not have a submerged support.
Boosted rush from Yeet Boy. Sorry to interrupt. Rainbows on this one. Double cluster on Harris's screen. Yeet Boy looking for the farm cell, but double cluster Bally is going to hold on just fine. Harris didn't even boost there. No boost from Harris to defend, and he still got his farms up.
I don't think you ever interrupted me. I was kind of finished with that sentence. But, yeah.
Man.
Sold one of the clusters back to another sub. You fit that third sub there a little bit. A little tight.
There he goes. Okay, he's got the third sub.
There we go.
What a reaction there, and I'm really surprised right there. Harris stayed cool under the pressure, and now Harris is going to fire back with a rush of his own. He's going to send 3 Moabs Yeet Boy's way. Wants to force the boost. That's what he's looking for, I think, here, Plant. And look at this, spaced rainbows. Oh, sorry, group rainbows underneath. Zebras, purples. There he goes. He gets the boost from Yeet Boy. Yeet Boy will defend on boost, but he's going to be without a Dora 3 and without boost for round 18. Surely Harris is going to fire back and try for
Also
an all
on the
out.
plantations.
He's got 2 plants and a 200 farm, while Yeet Boy only has a single plant. I feel like Harris is going to try for it. I feel like he wants to try for it. He's ecoing as if he's not going to try for it, however. Ecoing those group pinks, he's going to take his advantage and run. That's Harris. What Harris is going to do? Yeah, sorry, I had a heart attack there. Yeet Boy gonna fire back, checking on Harris with an F Moab. Harris gonna prepare a Moab assassin, I think. No,
just looks like a Mauler
it's
with
going a
range
long way
and
through.
try to clean up the ceramics.
F-Ceram's racing to the exit. This could win the game. Harris is down on a choke.
Oh, not enough.
Harris did not want to sacrifice his farm lead. He could have sold into a Moab assassin and
How did that
defended
die?
that.
I agree.
But instead, he got a pretty bad beat right there. I mean, there's a number of ways that he could have defended that. I will tell you straight up, Plant, if he defends that with the defense config that he had on screen, I mean, that just absolutely kills Yeet Boy's game, you know? So I don't blame Harris for going for the value defense right there. It is a bummer that it didn't work out, however, and we have a tied series now because of that choke.
But we are going to best of 5, so we have a few more games ahead of us. Up to 3 more. Let's check back in with the oh yeah. There are 7 people voting for Harris to win. Meanwhile, only 3 people voting for Yeet Boy. And a lot of the channel points are clustered around Harris. So if Yeet Boy wins, there is a lot of money going for those 3 people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's man. Even just 2 Moabs, sorry, 2 Moab Maulers on Harris's side. I think that's I think that just defends, right? Because the main thing was just that he did not pop the F Moab quick enough. Because the moment that F Moab gets popped, I think those F-Cerams, they have to spend just a little bit of time underneath the double cluster and the Bally and yeah. All right.
An extra Mauler would definitely help pop it a little bit earlier so they can take care of the fortified ceramics a little bit better.
But you know, when you're playing in a top,
So
top level play like this, I mean, you got to play on the edge. So, all right.
Oh, we've got our first instance of an Ace Farm Engineer.
Ace NG farm versus what I assume is Dark Blue farm on the other side of the screen. Ace Micro is a little
He's working
tricky
the Ace
on this
Micro
map.
to keep it up the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to keep the Ace up at the top to get the max amount of darts hit.
There he goes, gets his round 1 Jericho as well.
And yeah, we have the crossbow dart start on the right. I can barely see it.
Yeah, but that's definitely the tech right there. So
the
003 crossbow plus ETN on Geek Boy's side of the screen. And you don't have to sacrifice too much eco in order to get this crossbow when you actually need it. So Geek Boy actually holding 150 lives here. So able to do that effectively.
1 leak.
GG round 40.
Although Harris over here, yep, GG round 40, guys.
So here's some leaks. Again, Harris trying to mitigate these this layering here with the Ace Micro, but Yeet Boy can try this micro and probably get some lives off. Before Harris gets the bomber ace. So we'll watch to see just how well Harris can micro his ace and mitigate the leaks. He's down to 140 right now. I think it's mission accomplished here, Plant. If he can keep at least 100 lives before the start of round 5. Now he's down to 110. He's going to go below 100 right here. See that yellow balloon popping to a green. It's going to go through.
Does get bomber ace up in time.
Okay, so Bomber Ace up. It's going to leak a little bit more, but at 85 lives, I think he's in a respectable situation, although he's going to take more leaks here. He's trickle leaking right here, down to 62 now. Needs that one cross path, and he might need to take the other cross path here, Plant. Ideally, you don't take second cross path on your ace. Ideally, 1-3-0 ace should be good enough, but if his micro's not good enough, then he'll have to take that extra cross path to avoid dying. So,
Indeed, because lots more darts doesn't do anything to impact the bombs, which are the main part of the bomber ace that you want.
So here you see he is taking trickle leaks, and the rate he's taking trickle leaks here, Plant, he is going to need to take extra defense before round 9, which is concerning because that's going to hurt his ability to get 2x2 farms up. He's down to 37 lives, going to leak a pink, so down to 32 lives. Now he gets an NG up, and you see Yeet Boy, wow, all this is happening. Yeet Boy with this, the most brain-dead defense in the world, and a rather substantial farming lead.
Yeah. It's gonna be a bit difficult to keep
Boosted
up the
Blacks
pace.
headed
We got a
Harris's way.
boom
Sorry to
boost.
interrupt.
No, we said the same thing, basically. It doesn't really matter.
Harris holding on to the boost. Now he does boost. Oh, he's down.
Yo, rage quit! A bit of a rage quit going on.
Harris has just dropped 2 straight on a choke. Spaced Blacks right there. Harris was late on the boost. And I tell you what, Yeet Boy is just so good at snuffing out those kinds of opportunities, dude. The kinds of opportunities where, it's one of those, I don't know. I don't know exactly the name for it, but I guess like check rushes right there. I think, yeah.
Yeah, check rush is probably a fair name for it. I don't know if it's actually coined, but just a rush that just forces your opponent to do a little bit of effort.
Yep.
You can't let them.
And if Harris rage quit for good, then that could actually be the tourney right there. Because we don't see Harris in the matches chat.
I doubt it's.
And that could be. That could be like there were a lot of people that gambled a lot of points on Harris.
What
this is a choke job of the century.
Harris is just. Is Harris just gone? Oh.
Okay.
Okay, so it looks like we're gonna have the other side stream.
Well, here we go.
Harris does not want to stream anymore.
So here's what I'll tell you, Plant. Right. So again, Yeet Boy is never going to beat the choking allegations, but there's no way that Yeet Boy can choke if the opponent never has a chance to choke Russian to begin with.
No kidding.
So that's sort of the big thing right here. So there's a dispute in the chat over streaming.
Who is streaming? This is why we need Battles 2 TV. Exactly.
All right. So both players have agreed to with Yeet Boy streaming Game 4, and if Game 5 occurs, then Harris will stream Game 5. So this is the agreement. All right. Crunker joined the code. Who the hell is giving Crunker these codes, dude? I feel like this community is just a bunch of noobs. That's
no one knows how to play this game yet.
I sure as hell don't know how to play this game. Or otherwise I would have had one of those shiny top 10 badges by now. So
Battles 1 is basically been solved right now, but still no one knows how to
Also, Discord decided to, let's see here, kick me out of the VC for no reason. I'm back in the VC,
you got
though.
moved for some reason.
Okay, whatever. I'm back. All right. Yeet Boy is up 2-1 after some decisive rushing right here. Well, really just horrible play from Harris, leading him to drop 2 games. Those last 2 games were not even anywhere. I don't know. The way that Harris lost was just kind of embarrassing. So hopefully Harris can redeem himself here and force game 5. I do feel like he has better fundamentals, better grasp of the overall game than Yeet Boy, but again, this is not only a game of having good strategy, but it is also a game of reflexes.
Which I have none of.
Yeah, I don't have those either.
It is the battle.
So I did a reaction time test.
It is the battle of the Jerichos. We got Highwayman versus
Right.
Agent.
Mm.
Stream quality is a little bit.
It's
wacky.
unfortunately going to be like this as long as Yeet Boy is streaming, so you're going to have to deal with this. So, all right, round 1 incoming here. Now, one of the things we want to look at here right away is whether or not either of these players wants to commit to round 1 Jericho or round 2 Jericho. I think with both players going 0-2 attack, I think the commitment here is to just hard red eco and go for the round 2 Jericho. As you see, both players... Oh, look at this. Yeet Boy, you're going to queue up some blues. Both players queuing up blues.
Yeah, both players.
One more eco tick to get the Jericho.
Both players want that round 1
and they are going to get it. They're going to get it.
Very nice.
All right. So here come the space greens right here. Interesting decision here from Harris. I'm not really sure about it. I'm also not sure about Yeet Boy going for 2-2 attack. It's only okay. So it is 1-2 attack. Sorry. At this point in the game, but you see. So round 3 incoming. Yellows will force the 2-2 attack relatively quickly here. Doesn't take too much here to force it either, so Yeet Boy going to go ahead and send those out. Go back to Reds. Harris going to respond by... Okay, that is a 2-2 attack. Okay.
Yeah, both of them clearing the obstacle, getting ready for a farm.
Yep. So they won't be able to get this farm here on this round, but they should be able to get it late during round 5. Let's watch for the attack buys. Yeah, so here we go.
Yes,
they're going to get the 2-3 attack.
That...
No, they're going to get farms. Both
Yeah,
players just greeted farms. Round 5 is going to be incoming here very shortly.
Whites will be
somehow they've managed to stall out this game enough that they're going to get the upgrade just fine on this tack. Look at this. Wow. So both players not only get round 1 Jericho, they get a round 4 farm, and they get their 2-3 attack in time for round 5.
You know, normally this map is pretty anti-stalled, but looks like something happened this time.
Yeah, something happened, I think, that really shouldn't have happened, because both these guys should not have gotten that extra eco tick, which allowed them to safely get 2-3 attack. All right. So now it just comes down to, whether or not you want to try and go for 2 times 200 farms, or go for the plantation. Harris is going to commit to a plantation build. Yeet Boy is going to send some yellows Harris's way. This could force some action right here. Now Harris can hold on for just a little bit here against these yellows. It's a really good tack spot that's on this map. And as long as Harris stays resilient, those yellows are not going to work.
And Harris removing the second obstacle means he's going for the second farm instead of plantation.
That's Yeet Boy. That's Yeet Boy going for the second farm. Yeet Boy's going second farm. Harris is going plantation. Yes.
I can't name.
Balloon adjustment coming out on both sides. Again, both these players got Jericho on round 1, so that's why you see the balloon adjustment already on round 8. Harris sporting, he's going to boost Regen Zebra's Yeet Boy's way. Yeet Boy did not have mortar ready on the go. He's going to upgrade 210 mortar and will defend okay, but he's going to leak some lives, probably down to about 80, 90 lives. Wow, actually even more. He's down to 70 lives.
Some of those Jerry Nats are starting to take. They're a big deal right here. And Yeet Boy did not go for the Bernie stuff, so he doesn't have an obvious way to get camos here either. Round 10, and Yeet Boy could die if enough natural camo zebras come out on his side of the screen. Here comes one natural camo zebra right here, which is going to bring him down to 26 lives. Harris, meanwhile, he's going to go down to. Well, I guess he defended that right there. I think we're seeing a rush. Yep, there we go. Zebras, purples on top. Harris defends on boost. Traditional tack mortar farm played by both players on this map right here. I think the tack spot's just too good here, and that's why they're going tack over dart. Again, game 4. If Yeet Boy wins, it's over. If Harris wins, we go to game 5, and hopefully not have to watch a slideshow in the process. Round 13, Rainbow's available, and Yeet Boy, with that eco advantage, he can secure the income advantage if he gets the plantation. Does get the plantation. Harris going to punish with an R-Rod. No shell shock on Yeet Boy's side of the screen. It's going to be useless unless Yeet Boy goes for the Maelstrom. He does go for the Maelstrom. It's not going to last long enough, however. The rest of the rush is going to get through, and we're going to game 5. Harris has done it. He's forced game 5 on a beautifully executed Rainbow Rush. Yeet Boy did not have shell shock.
Late game? I see that late game emote coming out.
I'm a little surprised
that surely
there
was
at the
a great
choice.
late game experience.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised there at the choice of defense there from Yeet Boy. I feel like the better defense configuration would have been selling the 200 farm into shell shock and going for a boosted shell shock based defense. Now, admittedly, that still could have died. I will tell you, Plant, that that shell shock can and will die to a big enough R rod even on boost, even if you give it 230 blade and a Bernie stuff, but.
Yeah, you kind of want the tier 3 mortar trifecta ideally, but that's pretty expensive, and that's probably only worth it when you get round 16 rushed, right?
Yeah, ideally, like, you want to play greedy, right? So, ideally, you just don't have mortar trifecta. But yeah, I mean, Maelstrom's not a bad idea, right? But I think if you Maelstrom in a situation like Yeet Boy's in, right, I think you have to commit to Maelstroming at the southwest corner of the map, right? Because
yeah, the obstacles on this map blocked a lot of the Maelstrom hits.
Yeah, and that was the sole reason that Yeet Boy died.
There was definitely like the regular rush was long enough so that you needed 2 males there, and they did not get it up.
All right, so deciding game 5 right here, it's 2-2. Quick recap here of what's happened so far. First, we had a match in which Harris pretty decidedly outplayed Yeet Boy, forcing a death on round 8. Then Harris choked in 2 consecutive games. Then what happened in the last game was that Yeet Boy choked to a Rainbow Rush after his Maelstrom did not last long enough, and the tail end of the rush caught him out. We see both players here starting off with Ace, and it leads me to believe, based on what I'm seeing here playing, you think this is an Ace NG farm mirror?
It definitely could be, but it might be, honestly, because
yeah,
both Jerichos are down on round 1.
Yep. So I mean,
mirror
the action
matchups
starts.
are always interesting.
Yeah. And the action starts right from round 1, honestly, when it comes to this right here, because I think the first big decision that these guys have to make is farm. Do you go for the farm early on, right? And how do you manage the leaks as long as you're playing with 010 Ace, right? So here we go. First decision right here is
mirror matchups are always
Harris.
interesting because it's going to be the person who greeds the most that gets the win most of the time.
Both players kind of scared here, however, to try and greed, because they know if they try and greed the farm right now, the opposing player could hit them with some pinks on round 4 and really try and take some lives off. Here they go for the farm anyways, and now it's going to be an interesting round 4 here. Both players vulnerable to pinks. They can buy 110 Ace to mitigate the risk, but leave themselves vulnerable for round 5 if they do that.
Okay, so it looks like Yeet Boy has bought the. Oh no, both of them have bought rapid fire now.
Yeah, both of them bought rapid fire, so they didn't want to leak too many lives. So So that's why they went for the cross path right here. So the concern now is affording 1-3-0 plane in time for round 5. They shouldn't upgrade the
Both
farm.
Jericho steals, canceling each other out, mostly.
Oh, look at this. White's already queued on Harris's side of the screen. He's nowhere near having the bomber race. Needs to wait 2 more ticks at least. Never mind, he has the bomber race. Sorry, I'm dumb. But Yeet Boy, look at Yeet Boy, dude. Now he gets the bomber race, and he's fine as well. Incredible play from both players.
Yes, it looks like Harris has sent Whites a little bit later, but Yeet Boy also gets the bomber race a little bit later.
Okay. Round 6 incoming. Both players with the spaced blacks. Now this can compel
Indeed.
trickle leaks, but if the Jerry spot is good, maybe it won't be so much of an issue. So we'll watch to see if there's any trickle leaks occurring.
Why does it feel like Why does it feel like Harris's Jericho's on first? I thought I noticed it hitting a yellow instead of a black balloon. I don't think that's a good idea.
It's on strong. It's on strong. It's definitely on strong.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because it's consistently popping blacks into greens.
And yeah, now
Right.
now both players are gonna go for the engineer to get their sentry. Oh, never mind. It greeted out another farm.
Yeah, the NG, you do not need an NG at this point in the game. I don't understand why Harris has gone for that NG at this point. Yeet Boy has just gone up an extra farm right there. Now he's getting his NG. Now you do need the NG because you need the 300 NG in time for round 9. Both these players were a little late, however, to their. I mean, Harris got it. Yeet Boy's late, but he's able to get away with it because Harris does not have money to punish.
Neither of them are sending zebras at the moment.
Yeah, no, there's no opportunity to punish. So, and they need to get their 4XX sentry up. So,
Yes.
round 10, and we just need to see both players get the sentry. Yeah, there we go. Sentry expert on
One champion,
Harris' side.
two experts.
And a boost from Harris. He saw the late buy from Yeet Boy. Yeet Boy gonna try and defend on boost. The bomber race is going to obliterate the rush on boost. But Yeet Boy's gonna be vulnerable for round 13. Now the big question here is, does Yeet Boy have the tools to defend round 13? He's gonna be off boost, but he does have the ability to spam those XX3 engineers or micro the XX4 NG to try and get that rush defense done. Harris getting ready to sell the farms. Here it is. Group blacks, group whites. Now a set of rainbows, and he's just checking on them. Yeet Boy saw the fake out.
Doesn't do enough.
Harris is going to exploit the fake out and get a plant, while Yeet Boy is left in shambles. What a great play here from Harris.
That's
I think
a
we were all
valuable-
expecting the re-rush. Yeet Boy's going to get his bank on round 14, but again, missing that bank buy before round 14, he's going to miss a bit of income right there. The damage has already been done from Harris's fake out.
Indeed, this
Now-
is going to be a very interesting game.
I do wonder, though, like let's suppose that Harris does go for the all-out. Does Yeet Boy defend? Clearly, Harris thought.
I don't
no,
think so.
Yeah.
It's
clearly Harris
possible
thought yes,
that
and that's why he
Sentry-
didn't go
the
for
Sent-
it.
It's possible that the Sentry Expert, because the Sentry Expert has already been placed at that time, it's definitely placing down some good sentries. So I feel like a couple crushing sentries, and it would have cleaned up the mess.
All right. We also got to be thinking about the balloon trap, because round 17 is a really good balloon round right here. Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Harris gets up his balloon trap. Now Yeet Boy, because he invested money in the bank, he doesn't have that liquidity to pop out and invest in the balloon trap, right? It's all stored in that bank, and if he wants to get the most out of that bank, he has to keep that money in the bank. Pressure from Yeet Boy, single Moab headed his way as we see some camo pink slipping through on Harris's side of the screen. He needs to get like some kind of cleansing foam or something right here, no? Moab also getting pretty far right here.
Yeah, no fighter plane. We do have a lot of double gun pins. to clean up the ceramics.
Okay, so he does take care of the single Moab just fine, and with pretty good value there as well. So that was 2 of those XX3 NGs helping to take care of those cerams. I think the pin upgrade was worked pretty well.
Yes. I don't know if they fixed the bug, but apparently pin can hit ceramics and pin them without damaging them. Without, like, being damaged into a rainbow.
Okay. F Moab heading Eat Boy's way. He needs to respond with at least a 3XX ace. He is going to get a 3XX ace, but now Harris piling on Zebras underneath. Looking for the boost. He is going to get the boost from Eat Boy. F Cerams racing through. No XX3 NGs. Now it's finally races to the Sentry Expert, which cleans up just fine. Eat Boy's still sitting on that farm, and our main concern right here, Plan, is that, again, because of the damage that Harris did to him on that round 13 fake out, Eat Boy did not have an opportunity to cash out into a tier 4 farm. Jerry cutout coming out, the decoy on Harris's side of the screen, but I think with 3 balloon traps, I don't think there's an opportunity to choke rush.
There's a little bit of camo
All of these
regrowth
camo naturals are
ceramics,
getting
but
some distance here on Eat Boy's side of the screen. He's going to leak down about 106 lives.
very interesting decoy there, actually, considering that the ceramics were going to come up soon.
I mean, in any other game, I think he timed it well to where he could pile on some rainbows and just get some really cheap pressure. But the problem here is that with 3 balloon traps, that's really tough. That's really tough to pull off. So, all right, round 23, and we're gonna see tight leads.
There's the decoy.
And the
Tights.
decoy. Oh, Yeet Boy's not going into ground 0. This is going to be interesting right here. This could be the game. Now Yeet Boy finally gets the ground 0. Sells into it. Huge force from Harris, however. You saw what happened there, Plant. It forced the tier 4 farm sell from Yeet Boy. And that seriously hurt his chances of getting a T5 this round. Meanwhile, with Harris, I don't know if he can still get the tier 5 this round, and he's definitely not now that he's setting an FCOMG, but I think he has a clear pathway to getting a Monkey Wall Street on round 25.
Here comes the ODS to try to chip down the ZOMG.
I think Yeet Boy needs at least 3 ODSs here to have enough DPS. At least 3 ODSs, and he's going to need to time the ground 0 here perfectly. FBFB headed Harris's way. Also going to force a similar response here.
Goes for sprocket spam a little bit.
I like this play from Yeet Boy, just trying to, just do anything of value to deter Harris from being able to get the round 25 Monkey Wall Street. And you see the amount of cash that that Harris has on hand, and you see that he doesn't have an overclock. So he doesn't really have a pathway here for the round 25 Monkey Wall Street.
There's the overclock now.
There's the overclock coming in now. Let's check on Yeet Boy's progress here. He has 3 ODSs. They're dealing a lot of damage to this FCUMG. Now, remember those FBFBs that come underneath, and you get popped to about, I guess, like half health before Yeet Boy can deploy the ground 0 and safely pop this down. There we go. Ground 0 coming in. Yeet Boy pops it down. So.
No one's daring to... Oh. Almost there. Sells all of his traps for the Wall Street.
That. Monkey Wall Street rush from both players successfully achieved. Harris has done it with 2k eco. He's going to have 4,400 equivalent eco. Now going to pressure Yeetbot with an FDDT. Double ground 0 going to come out here from Yeet Boy. Gets the first one down, gets the second one down, and the pressure is abated for the time being. So Harris micro checking on Yeet Boy, but it costs him some eco in the process. Round 28. Scaled FCOMG, and don't forget those DDTs. They're scary this round.
I'm surprised they still have a bank up.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what he's... Like, maybe he could try and, like, buy, like, an X5X farm from that, but even then, I mean, he has NG, so, like, I just don't understand what the flowchart is here. FCUMG is headed both players' ways here, by the way. If you're curious about a race, Harris's FCUMG is winning that race. But again, with that scaling, you're going to see the pressure is on for these guys to sell into mandatory defense. Both players playing without mandatory defense at this point. And again, the threat of grouped FDDTs, right, to force some action, I mean, it is kind of scary, right?
And there's a Moab leaking through.
Huh. That's really huge
Did that get
desync right
popped?
there. Yeah, get popped. Yeah, it's the XXL
Oh.
trap. So Harris buys XXL trap.
Yeah.
And so does Heat Boy.
Both of
And that
them
was the
do
defense
it.
that they were looking for right there, was the XXL trap, which is quite resilient on this map, because you see that spot right there? Both their guys' spots hits both lanes. At least it gets the Moabs on both. Oh, no! Oh, Harris! Oh, no, he's down! No!
What?
No!
What the hell?
The XXL trap
Harris
missed
is
the Cerams! It missed the balloons!
at the end of the
and
day.
Heat Boy wins!
Harris is the one that ends up choking.
The trap was placed in such a way that it could hit the Moabs on both ways, but it could not hit non-Moab balloons both ways. Harris was playing so skinny at that point in the game that he did not have enough defense to pop the very little amount of natural balloons that were there to pop. I mean, that's... Oh no.
Well, we have our winner of this week's tournament.
So,
Say hello to Yeet Boy as our winner.
yeah, it's
Turning the tides. Everyone
Yeet
that
Boy
voted
wins.
Harris crying right now.
Yeah, Yeet Boy wins after Harris commits suicide to a natural Ceram. In a tournament that, honestly, I think each of these games were marked by some pretty horrible chokes. We never got to see what would have
Indeed.
happened if these guys just went for it, but so it goes.
Alright. And the bets are in.
Well, anybody that bet money on Harris is I mean they're congratulations, you
Indeed,
lost your house,
Silly Cat-
you lost your family, you lost your wife, and you
Silly
lost your
Cat
kids.
and two others. Silly Cat and two others get the massive amount of channel points.
Congratulations to Yeet Boy.
Well,
I tell you what, that's one heck of a way to win a tournament. He wins from his opponent committing suicide. To the
All right.
balloons, to the natural balloons. Well, any closing thoughts on this tournament, Plant?
I think we need to call an ambulance for the amount of choking that we have going on.
Dude, CPR ain't saving these
Not
guys.
gonna lie.
I love you, Plant, but there's no amount of CPR that can save these guys, dude.
I'm optimistic, okay? I think it can work.
Anyways, we hope that
All
you guys enjoyed the games. Again, thank you all for tuning in.
We are now going to raid.
We're gonna be raiding Lucy. Okay, cool. So, we'll be back. I guess we'll be back here next week, right?
The time
Hopefully
is a
for-
little bit different, but yes, next week.
Yep, sounds good. All right. Remember, kids, 99% of gamblers stop before they win big. This is actually, I shouldn't say that. This is not. We don't endorse gambling. This is not a gambling stream. So we're clear. Disclaimer. But yeah. All right, I'm out. Peace.
99% of gamblers win before they... Wait. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. Goodbye, everyone.